Maybe. There it is.
That was close. Yeesh. And it looks like we got some custom sprites already too. I don't know which one Iris is using. That looks like it might be Chozo. I don't know. I have no idea. But Miggs is using his standard Federation Trooper.
Yeah, I can't say I don't know a lot about some of the hacks, so there's some suits I haven't quite seen yet. There's some I'm familiar with. That's a new one from me, from Iris.
A Link, a Link, a Link, and a Samus.
And a 20 rupee on the island. Alright, we won't be seeing runners go back for that.
Nope, that one's staying there. So it's normal logic, so most runners, well, I mean, even in hard logic, most runners tend to go to Link to the Past because there's so many more Spear Zero checks in Link to the Past than there is in Metroid. Without Morph Ball, logically, there's one item. And in our map check, we have crystals on Eastern and Desert, and a blue pendant on Hera.
We're already seeing a little bit of divergent routes. A couple of us are taking the early Uncle play. It's usually considered to be a little bit safer and Link to the Past right now. Iris has decided to go north through the forest. Probably a look at Lumberjack Ledge, and let's see what we have in Kakariko off to bat.
Oh, Bush Crabs got 4 bomb drops. That's nice.
You know, you had to say it, didn't you?
My God, I did it! I did it!
You did it! I don't know whether to blame you or to blame the seed roller.
Who rolled the
But
seed?
we have a mirror on Lumberjack.
Is this Miss Metroid's fault? Do we blame her?
I'm just going to take the middle road and blame both of you.
It is possible that mirror is not required.
It is very possible. We already see Hera is a pendant, and if we don't see a hook shot and a hammer early, we won't be getting up there anytime soon.
If Swamp's not a pendant, technically we do, or if Swamp's not a crystal, then technically we don't need the mirror.
Iris getting her first pack of power bombs. It's the first one we're going to want to see a few more after we see a morph ball to be able to have a little ease getting around in Super Metroid.
Oh, I had to say something.
Yeah, I mean, we knew it was going to happen.
And Miggs is setting up the Houlihan. I mean, dude, it's me. It's me. I am cursed when it comes to SMZ3 seeds. I swear. Anyway, the Houlihan is a room where the game puts you if it doesn't know where else to put you. It's like a safety net in case you fall off the side of the planet. Inside is 225 rupees, which is really nice to find, and you can only do it once per game.
And we also see Miggs going straight over to the Lake Hylia shop to buy bombs.
He's going to be disappointed when he picks up the bush crab.
I wonder if he's going to go south into Kakariko, or probably just go for escape. Or is he throwing me a curveball?
We'll be going to Sahasrala, or whatever, or Sarsaparilla, Sacagawea, whatever. And he might do the first couple checks in Eastern, too, depending. Blind's Hut had nothing. Nothing but nothing.
Well, let's hope the well has a little something more than nothing.
Any worse than the Thieves' Hut. Oh!
That is something more than nothing. And Miggs opting to ask our sage for a little green pendant information. We've got a green pendant on Ice Palace.
That's good. Although Ice Palace Hammerless was, I think, the last dungeon, the last time I saw one of these. And the hammer happened to be in there. And Miggs is making the call to go into Eastern, not following the standard opening like everybody else does. I like Divergence. And here comes the flute. Get your 07s in chat while the duck is amok.
Yeah, I like the call by Miggs to go into Eastern. It literally doesn't require much. Logically, you need a lamp to get to the big key chest. They might have one of these 3 items could be something pointing you in a direction.
Logic, schmlogic. Who needs logic? Logic's a suggestion for runners of this caliber.
Uh-huh.
To a certain extent, anyway.
Ooh, the cuckoo lives today.
We have our first item in Eastern is $20. There are 3 items and 3 dungeon items, so we are 33% of the way getting all the items we need. That's what I was talking about. It was last week. Man, that was only a week ago. Man,
Yeah?
it's been a long week. It's been a long week.
Well, when you played or seen some pretty interesting seats since that, doesn't take long for it to go into the back of your memory.
Everything gets blurred together, yeah. There's our big key in the second chest, so we can check the big chest key thing.
Who left that trash up on the library shelf?
I don't know, but it's staying there.
Man, some poor janitor's gonna have to clean that up later.
And the missile tank of the race game, that's not getting got. We don't need that. Having the flute early game makes your Sphere Zeros so much faster.
Yeah, Iris gets to flute to 8, goes right to Ice Rod Cave. When she's done here, she can flute to 7 and get the dam and then go over to Mini Moldorm. A lot faster than going by foot.
Assuming she dodges the crabs. For whatever reason, they hurt. Like, I got pinched by a crab as a child, and it didn't take off 2 hearts of life, I promise you.
I hope not. You only have 1 heart. Well, this is a pretty interesting find. We see our first sword of the Ice Rod Cave.
That's a cold sword. It's a good place to have it. That's a cool place to have it. Yeah, it's going to be bad today.
Yep, she's going straight for Mini Moldorm Cave, and I think this is probably the right idea, now that you have a way to get through it easier without worrying about your bomb count. Meg's done with the little dark traversal in Eastern. Gonna see what the big key chest is waiting for us.
Mini Moldorm is like the light world version of Hype Cave. It's 5 checks, usually have something productive, but sometimes it doesn't. I'm hoping today it's got something good. Oh, we got an early plasma beam out of Eastern, apparently. Wow, okay, that's a pretty disappointing cave.
Yeah, there's nothing doing in that one. So you got a plasma beam in Eastern, you got an ice beam in the dam.
That's a nice start.
Getting some cool upgrades here to start with. Alright, with a sword, this is going to make the escape play a little bit easier for Iris. She's going to have literally the standard type of escape, with the exception of no lamp and the dark traversal underneath the passages. There are words here.
Somewhere, yeah. I feel you. What?
It's a secret to everyone.
What did he do?
I don't know, I just caught the text box.
Yeah, I don't recall there. Did he throw something in the water? I have no idea what happened there. Oh, the fish. Gotcha. I was like, oh, I've never seen that text box there before.
Alright, so we'll get our first look into the front of Escape. As everyone is making their way east, they'll get some cold hard steel in the Ice Rod Cave.
And now Miggs is probably going to opt to do his, I was going to say Bryn loop, but I mean the Kakariko loop. Not having that flute's going to slow him down, though.
Well, we'll come to grips with that, won't we?
That allows us to check the back of Escape without having to go through the Dark Cross. We're hoping not to see a map here, because that means the map could be orphaned in the Dark Cross. Or if we do see the map, we hope we get the lantern too.
Alright, a sword for Omniflas, and a sword for Migs. Just bombs in this chest.
It's an explosive find. The puns are real today, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a punny day. I'm full of dad jokes today because I'm tired.
You're also a dad, so I would hope you're full of dad jokes every day.
Well, my kid doesn't understand jokes yet. He's too young, but we're getting there.
So, do you think Iris sets up for a death warp here? Yes, she does.
It appears that she does want to do it.
What do we got? There's our map. Oh boy.
I mean, she could just mirror. Oh wait. No, we can't.
Womp womp.
And with the 2 pendants known, it's a good chance that Swamp is not going to be our 3rd pendant.
Alright, so you do the back of Escape. It's a pretty good call. And
yes, I believe she did go to.
I thought she saved and quit out of any Moldorm Cave.
She would have done the dam first, though, I think.
Well, she fluted 8, then 7. Or, 8, then 8.
Yeah, then maybe not. It wouldn't be very fair if it to be a race if everybody was racing different seeds.
Yeah, because, for example, you could have one person with a jet seed and another one with...
an Agaped all dungeon seed. Yeah.
Alright, rescuing our old man from the darkness of the mountain.
Completely out of logic because we don't have a lamp, but doable because the path is pretty clear of enemies and it's actually not hard to do once you've done it a couple times. And there's the exit. As a bonus, if you die while with the old man in tow, you just restart back from where you first find him.
Of course, that could be a blessing in disguise if you're having a hard time getting past the dead rocks and the cabbages. It could also be a bad thing.
It's not entirely fun when you're doing Randomizer and there's Lionels in that cave. Just saying.
Yeah, also doing it on 3 hearts in the dark is not exactly easy either if you're not used to it.
And Migs is going to the Dark Cross. I don't know if we saw the key in the back.
We did not.
So
the
it's going to be
is
the key
in Dark Cross.
Locked. Yeah, so he's going to be disappointed with what he finds here. And Iris making an early Gina check, which is really nice to see because usually this place gets orphaned until much later. But having the flute, it lets you get here sooner. Or at least incentivizes coming here sooner.
Alright, so what are we looking at now? We've got an ice beam. We have access to the mountain and logic. It could be telling us to go climb up Red Tower.
Yeah, it could. Nito's setting up a different way to get to Houlihan by bombing himself into the hole near the graveyard, and it drops him into the Houlihan. No, it looks like Iris did not go into the dam, but she's there now, so...
Yep, she'll be finding something cool in that chest and just a couple missiles underground. Getting another little look into the desert from Nitorific. Yep, ooh. Gets arrowed on the way to the vert.
Guards with bows are jerks. Yeah,
I'm thinking she didn't want to pick up that missile pack, but when the bird decided to give her a miss because of the arrow. She got deboosted into the missiles, so a little extra ammunition.
Yeah, it happens. So I'm thinking that either your assumption about Red Tower is going to be correct. Did we see Spec Rock?
No, she got the old man home and then fluted right back out. So
Because
that's
we are
something we
running
could have a look
very
at.
short on items. Oh, well, she's going to Super Metroid without anything.
So
There are
there's
two
only
items.
one item.
There's two.
There's two. You can look at
we have
one.
Ice Beam.
Ah, yeah, that is
Ice
true.
Beam puts the Blueprint Ceiling E-Tank into logic, so... It's true, we could go to Zora too, but we're a little short on cash, even though the game doesn't take the amount of rupees you have into logic. It just it takes what items you have into logic to get there. Because with the gloves, you can farm up 50 rupees at a time right outside of desert, so...
Now, Mig's bringing his old man home. See if he decides to opt up into the mountain and see what Spec Rock has for us.
I think he will definitely do that.
Yeah, and shout-outs to Iris with the little meme timer.
Yeah, the Blat timer is always, I think it's Blat, or is it Ponk? Ponk, I don't remember.
That's the Ponk
But it's
timer.
definitely, the Ponk timer is definitely entertaining. Well, there's a mirror check that we don't need. That's good.
So nothing on the mountain, and you think maybe he just has a glance at Business Center?
For sure. Definitely.
Well then, that might be important.
Wow. Yeah, that's a big deal.
Okay, what do we got, Migs?
Oh,
And
and there's the
Dark
third
World.
piece. Wow.
Oh, you hate to see it. Early Dark World in this seed.
Well, sorta.
Hey,
Nobody
17
can,
minutes.
They can't get there yet. Migs is missing the pearl.
Yeah, Migs doesn't have the pearl, and Iris doesn't have the hammer. But you have to figure that's going to end up being a last location for her, isn't it?
It's not going to be anytime soon. Although, actually, no. It has to be soon because she doesn't have very many other checks to do.
Yeah, I think all she really
that
has
Moon
is
Pearl doesn't do anything for her right now.
I think you still pick it up because you don't know where your Dark World access is going to be. You don't know what your next item is going to be out of the few checks you have remaining.
I'm curious what Mig's plans with that hammer. Where's he going to go with it?
Good question.
I think he's going to go check he's going to go get some bombs.
Yeah, did he not look at Aga?
He's about to. He's about to be really upset. Wah, wah. There's the mirror.
All right, give Migs a little time to reflect on what to do next. And Iris had not previously dipped into Eastern. She will do so now. So you figure everyone's going to end up with some combination of plasma, ice at this early stage of the run. So pretty decent offense for Super Metroid early on.
All we really need now is Charge Beam, and then we can have some real good fun with that. But since version 11 says that Charge Beam is no longer logically required, it may be hidden somewhere in Gannis Tower. So now Mix is going to do his Kakariko loop and get his flute, which is the only real item of value in the entirety of the village. But soon we are running out of checks, so eventually everybody's going to have to make their way to Blue Bryn to get that Moon Pearl and Business Center to get that hammer because there's nowhere else to go.
All right, Omniflas taking their look. They're going to find a hammer in Business Center. He just misses the Sova. Heck.
You hate to see it, but sometimes it happens.
So you can do it once and just wait for it. That's fine, or reset out of it if it's not that important. Don't be me and reset out of it 3 times.
Well, they don't want to throw their hammer away. That's important.
This is an item you definitely want to keep in the circumstance.
There you go. It just takes about 30 seconds for that thing to come back around so you can get out.
At least the game's pretty kind with how it draws rooms. That the enemies that are off-screen still move around.
In some rooms, if you're trying to go for missiles in the sky, those flying things don't move.
Yeah, taking a trip on the trippers is one slow way. Sometimes it's the only way.
Moon Pearl was in the ceiling of Blue Bryn Star, the E-Tank.
Yep. Oh, we're seeing a visit to Zora from Nitorific.
Where did he get all that money from?
I think he was farming in the desert and then he flew it off.
He did what? Okay, so he was. I didn't even notice.
There's our Dark World map check, and the bad news sets in.
Oh no!
Not only is Swamp a crystal, it is a 5/6 crystal and a pendant pod. Ooh,
oh
boy.
gosh!
Fasten your seatbelts, we have a hook shot at Zora!
Oh, that's a big deal.
Alright.
That's that's definitely worth 500 rupees.
Oh, that's not just worth 500 rupees. That is required. And that means Nitorific's going up the mountain.
Oh yeah, because now he's got the entirety of East Death Mountain to check as well.
Okay.
This seed is already very mean.
Oh no, this one's exciting. It's going all over the place. I love it.
And Iris is about to get her hammer, which is going to put her, have her the first runner to logically have Dark World access, which I have a feeling she's going to use almost right away.
Oh, almost definitely. You kind of have to, right?
It opens up a whole bunch more checks. And it also gives you the news of the Dark World map check that you don't have yet. And she's going to be quite upset
however,
with
that does mean that we are going to see boots at some point, probably earlier on in our Dark World traversals here. It also means we'll have to find another sword or a cape and a lamp to logically go up to Aga Tower. Omniflas making an interesting call to use that ice beam and climb Red Tower.
It's not a bad decision. Not knowing where the Moon Pearl is, it's the only thing that you can think to do. And here we're going to get our first look at Village of Outcast from Iris.
And you think at this point all 4 of our runners had a glance at Lumberjack Ledge, right? So everyone knows that that mirror is probably required, and the few of us that have dipped Dark World know for sure that it is. But having visited Zora, Nito gets these extra 8 checks.
And there's the other hype cave in the Light World, known as Paradox Cave. There are 7 checks there, 2 in the bottom, 5 up top, plus an 8th one in Spiral Cave.
So you know why they call it Paradox Cave, right?
Yeah, you got to go down to go up. It's weird.
Have you ever fallen up a mountain, Semper?
I don't know how to do that, and it's not legal in the racing rules, but I've seen it done.
So we did see an Ether Medallion here in the bottom top question mark half of Paradox Cave.
I don't know. It's one of them.
Oh, look at that.
Wow.
That's spicy.
Titan mitts in the C-shaped house. Wow, and spring
Uh,
ball.
All right.
We got spring ball before we got morph ball. That's interesting.
Boing.
And you're gonna see Nito do a bomb jump to get across the gap here, so he doesn't have to reclimb the mountain, which is kind of a nice, handy little trick. Miggs is farming up rubies. He's gonna get his hook shot soon, which is gonna take him further away from that moon pearl.
Now, Omniflask went, I believe he went up Red Tower, and then he went, and I don't know if he reset. Chat, did he reset and come down here?
I have no idea. I was not watching. I should be. He may have come back down Red Tower. No, he reset. Okay.
Yeah, I would imagine if there wasn't anything at Alpha Power Bombs, you just reset. One big piece of heart. That very kind. Or Green Rupee? Yeah, Green Rupee is something to reset.
For sure.
All right. Omniflask gets a Moon Pearl, opting for the D-Boost because he has turned off his Ice Beam.
Which is not a bad ploy early on because it takes 2 shots to kill things instead of 1. If you have just plasma, it only takes 1 shot to kill everything. But ice freezes everything first, which is kind of irritating early on in the game. And we got Miggs making the swim. He's going to go do the hobo, and then he's going to fake flipper to Zora. Unfortunately, he doesn't have the Moon Pearl, so he can't check Waterfall Fairy while he's there. A Flake Flipper, yeah, that's the one. That's what I was. Oh, ooh, Man Under the Bridge has the Fire Rod.
Yeah, that's another one of those items we're gonna need.
That's
definitely.
That's an interesting. This is loaded overworld right now.
Hey, Nito snipes the Sova, gets his hammer, he's out.
And here comes the cave formerly known as Hype. I think people are starting to call it Cave 72?
Cave 73 is the number.
73.
Missiles, more explosives, more missiles of a different variety, and a piece of love. So
that is definitely the cave formerly known as Hype.
I don't know, you could have like we had the other night where it was the Go Mode Cave. But no, today it's an ammo cave.
Today it's the nobody cares cave.
It's the no cave.
The no cave. That sounds wrong.
I mean, if you're stockpiling missiles in a cave somewhere in the corner of the world, what are you doing?
I mean, current events, planning for the end?
Alright, Miggs will be handsomely rewarded with a hook shot. And we get to see what our breadsmiths have for us today.
Come on, Vanilla. Not even close.
Apparently, they're hammering out money.
It's just a refund for the price you pay for it.
Sorry, we didn't know what to do. Okay,
There's a sword.
Yeah, that is. We need that. So we have our second sword is in Pendant Hera.
At least we don't need to pull the pet. Yet.
So in theory, actually, our runners could go up Aghanim Tower. It is out of logic without a lamp, but I would imagine some of us do know how to get around. And Hera's fire locked anyway. But Nito doesn't care about that. He's setting up for a Hera pot.
Yes, he is. It's a lot easier to do with the setup with bombs or with boots, but you can do it with just bombs and walking.
And where is Omniflask going?
Check the pyramid and probably catfish. Well, we're getting a hammer pace check from Iris. Successful hammer pot on the second try. Very well done. Super missiles were in hammer pegs, which is kind of useful. You kind of need a certain number of them to beat the game.
Yeah, it's provided you don't see a charge beam, but we have no idea if that's even going to turn up, so...
I believe you need a minimum of 60 or 60 super missiles, or the equivalent of super missiles and missiles.
Of course, Moldorm's going to go pretty smoothly for us, even with the hammer being a little bit of close-up personal strategy. Moldorm goes down in 3 whacks.
So a nice clean boss.
$20.
And I think that's our first item? Or did we see one?
The sword was in the basement, so that is a full clear of Pendant Hera.
You're right, it is. I forgot about the sword. I don't know how I forgot about that already. So the big key being fire-locked, in this case, is not a big deal.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the worst thing for our runners to go in, find a sword, find out it's fire-locked, and just leave.
Now it makes me think that Miggs is going to go do the same thing, only he may opt to try the Herapod as well.
There is one thing that could become a benefit of having cleared Hera.
Pendant, or the pedestal?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's not likely, but it could very well be. You know, we have a crystal on Turtle Rock. That ice rod can be anywhere that isn't on Trinet. Or, you know, in GT, but that goes without saying.
Miggs is just going to do the basement. He's not going to pull any punches.
Yeah, because Miggs has an out-of-logic fire rod. He can go ahead and just, you know, oh.
It was too early to bring up Aga, and I said that thing before the race even started. So, I mean, what is too soon? Question mark.
So, you know, the place in question that chat loves so much never has an item until it does. So
yeah.
In our hearts and minds, it's not dead until it's dead. Of course, that's not saying you want to find that you have an Aga required, pedestal required seed. That would be awful.
And Nito is making an Aga play.
I would point out we're a bow and flippers away from Ped being in logic. So, yeah.
It's a good call. Not with all the checks he's exhausted. Hasn't gone back to. He doesn't think that blue brand ceiling would have anything. Doing Aghanim in the dark is ridiculous, though.
Alright, so quietly we actually just kind of let Iris do her thing. She's going through Thieves Town. I saw her pick up at least one item so far, but nothing of real importance here.
I'm going to say that's probably the third item, maybe? Because we have 3 checks. Well, it could be the second. We have 3 checks left.
Well, she already has the keys, so it's very possible there's an item in the big chest. And I didn't see which dungeon item she has. That could very well just be number 2.
Yeah, she's got the big key and the compass, so...
Yep, that means we have 2 items at large still.
Could be on the boss, could be in the big chest. We'll find out soon.
To answer a question in chat, our hookshot is waiting for us at King Zora. For the low, low price of 500 rupees.
Totally worth every penny.
If you think about it, isn't it kind of meta? In the vanilla game, Zora sells you the flippers and you get the hookshot in the dungeon that you would swim into. Today, he sells you the hookshot that you need to get the flippers to swim into.
Well, we don't know that the flippers are hookshot locked.
Well, no, I mean, like, Swamp Palace. And 3 spins and Moldorm is taken care of from Miggs. He will find out it's just $20.
I'm going to guess that Nito's pulling up a map to see where he's at.
Yeah, getting lost in a dark room. The Aga Tower climb in the dark isn't the worst thing. It's also not the easiest thing. The one I don't like is doing Dark Maze in Pod. That's oof.
I don't. I just don't. So the last item for Iris was a heart container. So we look like we're up to 10 hearts already. 35 minutes in. That's a pretty good heart count for early Dark World.
Yeah, that makes for a healthy seed. That's going to make things a little bit easier, especially if you don't find your bale upgrades in any convenient spots. You want much HP as you can get.
And here comes the scripted blind fight. If you keep them on script, the fight is the same every time, the first time anyway. If you mess it up and die and come back, it's never the same again. It only takes 9 hits of any weapon, and any weapon includes swords, hammers, sword beams, blue cane, red cane.
Alright, and that means we are 35 minutes in, and we have our first crystal on Iris' screen. And it's our first 5-6 crystal as well.
Yeah, we're not going to be seeing that second one for a little while, though.
Nope. But you have to wonder, with how simple those two dungeons are, they could be locking something of importance at Pyramid Fairy.
That is very true.
Too soon to say Pyramid Fairy. Too soon.
There is far too many things that were that are available to us that could be in there. I mean, there's only 2 checks there. It's not that big of a check. And here we go, Miggs. He's going down Blue Bryn. He's gonna, or in Criteria, he's going to Blue Bryn. He's gonna get his Moon Pearl.
Alright, Iris, in the meantime, has decided to take her trip over the Dark World into Skullwoods. So, we know the Fire Rod is at our friend under the bridge. That means flippers are going to come sooner rather than later. The question is where?
Right here in Skullwoods. Calling
you think
it
so?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
no, probably
Pinball
not.
Room,
There's no way. No. Pinball Room's always a key in this logic. But I'm thinking it's going to be early Dark World. It's obviously not Light World because we've already done all those that we can do right now.
Meterific going through a math lesson from the Geometry Wizard.
Although, we do have Miggs getting his Pearl, and he's going to have Hookshot and Mitts soon once he gets to Village of Outcasts. That does open up East Dark Death Mountain. Which is like Hookshot Cave and Super Bunny Cave.
Miggs. You have Ice Beam.
I think at this point it's just the principle of the matter.
Yeah, he is hell-bent on getting this with the D-boost. I don't think it's so much that he's forgetting Ice Beam. He consciously turned it off going down the shaft. This is about pride right here.
Yeah, he's not giving up. I don't understand what he's doing wrong. It looks like he's got the setup for it, and it just doesn't happen.
Yeah, the Rio, after a few jumps, just kind of gets a little bit out of position. Makes it harder to set it up right.
At this point, I would freeze it. My patience is not infinite.
Right, so Nito now is going to take the option to go up the Red Tower climb.
And Omniflash taking down Blind easily with the hammer. I don't know why they chose to use the hammer, but okay. Then Miggs got tired of that thing and decided to kill it. He's going to come back and try again. He's getting D-boosted right into it, and it's not picking it up. Bro, you're gonna die to this enemy if you don't freeze it.
Iris will get a hook shot in just a few minutes here as we see her in the Desert Rupee Farm, and Biggs gets his Moon Pearl. Okay.
4 E-tanks later. Yep, Nito's making his climb up Red Tower. He's going the opposite direction of where he needs to go. I'm going to have to ask him about that when we get the interview for Mix, why he decided to not freeze the enemy. Probably just for pride.
Yeah, that's definitely something that you want to do, right? No, Nito has not yet gotten his Moon Pearl, so he's still looking for that or a Morph Ball here. Because while he's gone ahead and taken care of Aga out of Logic without a lamp, he ended up materializing in the Dark World as a bunny.
And without the ability to get Super Bunny states, you can't do anything in the Dark World.
Miggs with Moon Pearl in hand, he's got a lot of things he can do.
Yes, indeed. He's going to go to Village of Outcasts first, most likely, because that's the first port of call whenever anybody gets Dark World access, usually.
$500
Vanilla Rupee, or Vanilla PBs was a single green rupee.
Ooh, and Iris taking the fake flipper call. She will do it with a Moon Pearl, so she gets to check what's behind Waterfall.
That'll be a nice thing to see. I doubt there's anything of significance there, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong before, and I'll be wrong again, so, it is what it is. And Meigs is actually going to make me a liar, and he's going to make Hype Cave his first check, and then go to Village of Outcast.
Yeah, I don't mind this call by Miggs. It's right there, it's 5 checks, you get it out of the way, and then you can kind of go up to Dig Game and then to Village of Outcasts from Skullwoods down if you choose to.
And I believe the Green Rupee actually has a name. I believe Wolfman 2000 calls it Greg, or the Green Rupee of Eternal Glory.
Does he call it that? I might have to ask.
I believe it's Wolfman.
Oh, somebody calls it something. So Waterfall, we know flippers aren't going to be in here. We know flippers are going to be relatively soon-ish, based on the location of that fire rod. So this could also be something of importance locked behind the flippers. Well, that is worth it. Oh, it's a bow!
I was wrong again!
Alright, so right now we know flippers lock fire rod and bow.
So, where are they? I'm going to bet they're probably somewhere in Super Metroid.
No, I'm thinking Pendant Pod.
You would.
Well, yeah, because the last 2 times I had Aga required seed, my flippers were in pod.
That would be great if we could find a lamp.
Yeah, someone in chat saying, Pendant Pod always has something.
I mean, it's
well, Sora doesn't always have something, but today he's got our hook shot, so. Yeah, shoutouts. We have 2 trackers for this 4-way showcase. Razorflame Coon and HoloBro1994. Big thanks. Keeping track of everything that's going on the screen, because it's not easy watching 4-screen.
The fire rod is also flippers locked. It's on the man under the bridge.
Yeah, double dip pod sounds like, something I could see happening here. Because you're kind of running out of things.
Yes, and where in the blazes is our Morph Ball?
I lied. There is one more spot we can see something, and Omniflash is giving us a look at that now. He'll also give us a look at which metal is required to enter Mire. But first, these 2 checks are very much in logic.
Very good point.
Unfortunately, they
That's
are not
disappointing.
much.
I didn't see the Meyer medallion either. I don't think he gave us.
It is either, so we can go
well,
in.
we already have that. That's interesting.
Yeah, Ether was East Death Mountain. It's Paradox Cave.
Yeah, I think it's a Paradox Cave. I think we're about to see it from Iris.
Yep. Actually, didn't she already grab it in the basement? Yes, she did.
I don't know.
It was the right chest in the bottom, if I'm not mistaken.
You got a better memory than I do. I forget things as soon as I see them.
Hey, tracking's not easy, especially if you're trying to remember exactly where things are, because people will inevitably ask you, hey, where did Runner find this?
That is definitely true. It's easier when I'm tracking. When I'm doing commentary, I'm not paying attention to tracking. I'm usually snacking and thinking about the next thing to say.
Not tracking, but snacking.
Snacking is just as important.
Now, Iris does have the option here to go ahead and do East Dark Mountain as well. Have a look at Hookshot Cave.
Probably will.
And that's probably our answer at this point, unless there's something... No, doesn't that have to be it?
She can do Hookshot and Super Bunny and check the medallion requirements for Turtle Rock while she's here.
Mm-hmm. No save and quit, so that is exactly what she is about to do.
That was a good, very good routing decision to do. She did it all. You gets to do it all in one big loop.
Now, as far as we know, chat, we have the first chest of pod. The bow is out of logic, so if it's not a key or a progression item in that first check, then it won't be pod.
Very true. Now, that first item could be flippers, which would be really nasty.
Yeah, get flippers to go get the bow to go into pod.
Yeah, that's kind of mean. That's the kind of stuff that Rando likes to do, so...
But it could also be back of Skull Woods, unless, if I'm mistaken, we've seen both items already. But oh no! That doesn't do anything for us now, but we're going to need it soon.
It's good. That means we're not doing any suitless shenanigans.
Well, we're in normal, so we can't be expected to.
No, but people are going to do it just because they can. And Turtle Rock is Ether. Wow.
Well, no cookie hunt for us today.
So medallions are done. The chances of that are obnoxiously slim. There's another 300 rupees. Oh,
hey,
the flippers!
That is the call. There's our flippers.
So that puts everything else in the logic. Now, pod's in logic. Well, part of it is anyway. We still don't have a lamp, but
yeah, but you could see lamp in pod. You could see lamp at Skullwoods. You could see lamp in various different places. But here's the question that everybody has on their mind: we're gonna need that lamp eventually, but where is our morph ball?
Yeah, the morph ball is kind of important. I'd like to see the morph ball on Kelmasaur, but with the lamp in pendant pod.
That is one other thing that we now know of. Ice Palace is now in logic with the ability to get the fire rod. And swim
brutal.
in. So we could see a caneless Ice Palace. We do have a hammer at least this week.
Yeah, green male Ice Palace is never fun.
So Miggs is going to nope out of the front or the back of Skullwoods, and Nito is going after a moth.
And Miggs has already killed a moth.
Mm-hmm. So We know everything there is to know in Skullwoods, nothing too exciting.
And here we go. Is pod bow locked? It is not. Yet, anyway. Brazier, no. It is not always a small key.
It can be a dungeon item, it can be a prize item, but if it is a small key, you know you don't have to go right side to advance in the dungeon.
I think the only key or only chest in the game that is guaranteed to be a small key is the one in Pinball Room in Skullwoods.
So what do you think's hiding in pod?
I'm hoping the Morph Ball.
A Morph Ball would be great to see here. Already seeing callouts for Swamp Palace first chest. I'm just like,
Oh yeah.
No, the first chest
Swamp
in the
Palace
front
first
is
chest is always the key. That's right. That's true. You're right. I forgot about that one.
The check behind it if we didn't have a hammer. When that chest has a hammer, it's the rudest thing ever.
That's almost as bad as putting things in their vanilla locations.
Mm-hmm. Like last night's race, if you didn't see it, without spoiling who won, you did see a vanilla hookshot.
Ugh, that's roof. It's roof. That's rough.
And I mean vanilla.
That's so horrible. And was Swamp a crystal?
No.
Oh, that's even worse.
Alright, Omniflash purchases a well-used hookshot from a fish, and Migs finds his mitts.
Might be a little moist. Might be a little rusted.
Just bombs waiting for us in the basement chest. The fish had a hook in his mouth. I like that.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Alright, so she's going to burn a key to go down the front. That's fine. It's actually faster this way when you don't have a mirror. Because, you know, where could that mirror be?
I don't know. With this particular setup of crystals, we cannot have mirror in Ganon's tower. We know that it's in on the Aga ledge behind Lumberjack, so...
There it is.
That was weird.
Yeah, there was a little, bit of a delay that you don't usually see with a bomb explosion like that, but okay. Now, SMZ3 does not use the advanced fire rod logic. Ooh, screw attack. That could be telling us something.
That opens up Terminator.
That gives us parts of Big Pink as well. So technically, as I was trying to say, this is out of logic. SMZ3 does not use the advanced fire rod logic that the Link to the Past randomizer does in V31. So the game would expect you to have a lamp before coming in here. And this has to be an item, right?
Sure.
Yeah, due to key placement. You already have 3 keys with all your required key spots already paying out. So you got 1 more figure in the dark maze and 1 for the boss door behind the statue.
I don't really count the items so well. When I play these, I just play them. I don't try to keep track and do things fast because I'm not fast. I'm terrible.
And at the end of the day, as long as you're having fun solving a puzzle.
Oh yeah, that's why I can't wait for the key sanities to come out.
Oh boy, that's going to be fun. Yes, soon, key sanity for SMZ3.
Or even
and you might have seen
there will be locked doors in the Super Metroid, or you have to find the keys to get there. That's going to be awesome.
My guess would be that's a dungeon item because it was dark.
Could be a Super
And-
Metroid item as well.
Yeah, I would imagine. No, it
Wasn't
it
it?
probably
Oh, it's
wasn't
the
anything
book.
important. Was it the book?
The book. Iris has the book
Oh.
all of a sudden.
So we have a dark book. How do you read in the dark?
I don't know, but that's going to be easy to get ether and ped checks we can do now.
Yeah, well, she can check them. She's actually going to go ahead and go into the mire area. We know there's really nothing we can get here.
She's going to check Gold Terizo, I think. Or at least the screw attack item.
That out of logic without Varia, isn't it?
Yes, it is, but she can still check it.
Well, yeah.
She could check it, and then if she doesn't like what she sees, reset and go to the ship. This is just theorizing at this point. I just guess. Usually I'm wrong, but sometimes I get right. It happens.
So, as the runners kind of slowly get on the same page, eventually they'll all end up in Palace of Darkness. And when they do find their flippers, you're going to end up with a very interesting conundrum. Because you can go back and use your screw attack, and that allows you to go through parts of Super Metroid. But there's not so much there, so your choices are to chase the screw attack into Brinstar, or chase the flippers into Ice Palace.
And Ice Palace being a pendant, there's probably something there.
Pendant Ice Palace, our old nemesis.
I believe as Captain MB13 said in the chat earlier 2 weeks ago, or was it last week? It was last week. It was a hammerless. You had to go to Ice Palace hammerless to get both the hammer and the gravity suit in pendant Ice Palace.
Yeah, that was last week's Hard Logic race on Monday. But
Was it Monday? Or was it?
I think so. Or Sunday, not Monday.
I
Monday was.
I don't
yeah,
have any
Monday
idea.
was my attempt at last place again.
Monday was your Akaseed, yeah?
Was that a mess?
I have no idea. I can't keep track of how many seeds I see of these a day.
That's the one that Tess on her comment when she got done. She said, "I am so sorry."
Did she roll it?
She rolled this one too.
Yeah, Tess has she's got a 50-50. She's either really nice or really mean. And today she's really mean.
Shout outs, Ms. Metroid. We love you, dear. Thank you.
And here goes Iris down to Lumberjack has the mirror. And Iris is going down to Terminator and Pink Bryn. Come on, early supers can't have anything.
Well,
it can, but we can't get it.
It can, but we can't get it. If it's the morph ball underneath the bridge.
I don't know if it can be.
I mean, why can't it? You can get out provided you have bombs, and you're almost guaranteed to see power bombs relatively early.
I don't remember the logic on that one.
Yeah, so we do have, in case you're joining us late, the Lumberjack Ledge has our mirror. Swamp Palace is a 5/6 crystal. So we already know where our flippers are, but without that mirror, we're not going in.
And our flippers are in dark
dark.
East Death Mountain, up in Hookshot Cave. And our hookshot's on Zora. So you're right. You needed to pay Zora to get the item for Swamp. In this case, you needed to get the hookshot to get the flippers to get the Swamp.
That's just kind of weird how that works out.
And it wasn't even like it was the bonkable chest where you could get it with boots. It was in the middle.
Iris not seeing anything of great importance here. Kind of surprised she doesn't just reset.
She hasn't picked up anything of value. Maybe she wants to get a peek at what's under the bridge in the early supers before she resets, maybe.
Meanwhile, we got Tour de Frog for Nitorific, as he is bringing Jeremiah around the world with him. Miggs dropping his frog off as a dwarf back at the Breadsmiths. And it's just $50. That's a reset.
And there's the reset. Yeah, she's like, nope, I'm done. I'm out.
Alright, so as far as we can tell right now, that Morph Ball's still at large, probably somewhere in Link to the Past.
But where?
I don't know, it's starting to look like
Could be in
yeah,
Meyer.
we're running out of spots. In front of Meyer with that hook shot, yeah, 2 items in Meyer. Can't do the back without a red cane.
A double
Ice
dip
Palace.
of Meyer? That would be gross.
Yeah, Ice Palace, though.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Unfortunate 3 checks at Ice Palace, fully in logic unless Coldster has a key. But that's only one specific layout.
And even then,
Won't be able
you're just
to-
going to Ice Palace bomb jump it anyway. Or Icebreaker? Can you Icebreaker without a cane?
Nah, the cane is pretty important for Icebreaker. Now, Iris is going to Desert. This is out of logic. Because the book's a dark maze, meaning we need a lamp to get there.
Omniflash took a death to Mothula.
Mothula.
That boss is kind of a jerk anyway. His room is more deadly than he is.
And Omniflast's not going to have an easy time on Mothula fighting with just a fighter sword. So it's either that, or it's the fire rod, or it's... Ah, we've got a big key in the middle chest in Desert.
That was a little key, wasn't it?
Oh, that was the big key.
That was the big key? Wow, okay. I can't see straight, apparently. I gotta get my eyes checked.
Is this an item or a small key? It's an item.
So...
So our small key has to
rest
be
of
on the
it is
torch.
boots
We
locked.
are soft boots locked, yeah. So the best case scenario here is that there's an item on Lamolus.
That'd be swell. I'd clear it just because I can, and it's crystal. Why not?
And did she peek at this item? Yes.
She's not killing Landmod? Interesting decision. Nenorific's gonna open up Turtle Rock, probably. Because he can. He's gonna be right there, and he has the ability to do so. Can't do anything in Turtle Rock, but he can open it.
Yeah, this saves a little bit of time later. You won't have to go back up through the light world. You can literally just super bunny up.
And Migs is going to do a mimic clip to get the red mimic off the screen, which is going to... he's going to clip it into the wall, and it's going to exit stage north, and because there's no enemies left in the room assumes that all the enemies are dead, so the door will open.
And you know, chat, you're not wrong. Swamp is technically boots locked because of the mirror at Aghanim, or rather, behind Aghanim. And we have yet to find our lamp, so technically Ag is still out of logic.
It's definitely a conundrum of a seed right now. Have we seen Catfish yet? I think we have, but I can't remember.
I want to say no. And our tracker Razorflame says no.
Okay, well, we're about to.
Yeah, this could very well be an answer. You know, both fish having an item, it's almost unheard of.
That would be awesome. It's very fishy, but that'd be awesome. It's like they're conspiring against us.
See, Lamp on Catfish calls in chat. Let's see if that's what it is.
I'm gonna say 50 rupees. Meh.
Well, yeah, I think they just traded places today.
Yeah, at least that one's free. It doesn't cost me 500 rupees for a pack of supers.
Alright, so Omniflass, having Fake Flipper through the bow, is going to have a little easier of a time than Migs with this clip.
And look where Iris is headed now.
Yeah, this is... I believe this is actually towards the end of our logic chain here. So something is in Ice Palace, and we don't know what. Probably a lamp.
She's gonna be really... I hope she doesn't have to clear it, because Fighter Sword Cold Stare is brutal.
Well, not even just that. You don't have a bottle?
You don't have
so
a mail?
You don't go
so
down
they
there
do...
with full... Yeah, but you need a full magic meter to just melt Cold Stare in the first place.
That is true. And I think a Cold Stare Hug does 4 damage on Green Mill.
I don't know. I didn't have 4 hearts the last time you hugged me. Ever been hugged by a cloud?
It hurts.
How about a frozen cloud? Brr. Alright, Mig's still working on that mimic clip.
I don't know why he's not pause buffering. I mean, that makes it so much easier. I don't know. I don't know, matter of pride, I guess. That's another thing that really hurts in Ice Palace. Them pen gators, they hurt. They're called pen gators for a reason. They belly flop like penguins and bite like alligators.
Yeah. Iris gonna have to be a little bit careful with just 2 hearts. Well, it's 3 now, because that pot will always have a heart. Unfortunately, Omniflask getting head-butted by one of the hard hat beetles. He will be starting in the front.
Meg's just tired of this mimic stuff, and he's leaving.
You know, I don't blame him if it doesn't want to cooperate for him. You know, this is out of logic. You're going to have to find a bow somewhere down the line.
And
there's other things he hasn't looked
Iris
at yet.
Can't do the Ice Palace bomb jump because it'll kill her.
Yeah, it's unfortunate when you have that little HP. It's kind of a routing deal breaker, but you know, you get 1 heart right here. You dodge the fire bar. You dodge the fire bar.
Had to work for that one, but she managed to dodge it.
Alright, we are seeing an interesting call from Nidovific. He has decided to opt into Misery Mire.
I mean, we're going to see both the gambles. Ice Palace could be the gamble, or Mire Double Dip could be the gamble. We're about to find out.
3 items in one, 2 items in the other. Both have a
terrible.
little caveat to them. The basement of Mire out of logic without the lamp.
It's a basement of Mire out of logic without the cane.
It's a basement of Mire out of logic, period.
Yeah, you can't even get down there. Now, wouldn't it be kill? Oh my! There's
What?
the lamp.
Oh ho ho ho! Mire is the play.
Wow! Now, wouldn't it be killer if the red cane was in ice? You had to get there too.
Now, I'm actually kind of worried. Our second item could very well be on Vitreous, and this is not a friendly loadout for that fight.
Well, we still don't have cane, so we can't get there yet.
That's true. Even if we find a cane, it's still not a friendly loadout for that fight.
Oh, no, not at all. Master Sword, Green Mail, Vitreous hurt. Well, he does have the bow, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, the bow helps to make that fight a little bit nicer.
But it still hurts. Because I think the Vitreous is one of the hardest bosses in the game, aside from Ganon. I think Trinex is easier than Vitreous.
It's a good place for the big key for Iris.
You stole the words right out of my mouth. I was going to say, that's convenient.
And just a little hook push here, and... Is this an item? Not what we're looking for.
Not at all. Now, do you finish Ice knowing that it's the green pendant?
I think if you're not going to bank on Mire this early, and now knowing that Mire has something, because she doesn't know that to this point. You're this far down, aren't you committed?
I don't know.
Again, this is also...
Saving quits is just 2 buttons away.
Yeah, this is also not a good fight. I mean, I guess if you don't have an item on Cold Stare, which it looks like...
I don't think we do. I think we might, because we have 3 small keys, I think.
We've got both our chest keys. We have... I think we've seen... Did we see our compass earlier? I think we did. So that would mean that Cold Stare has an item. So effectively, as a boss, he has 2.
I haven't seen vanilla routing of Ice Palace in so long. This dungeon has some of the... I can't stand Ice Palace. It's my least favorite dungeon in the whole game. Iris, what are you doing?
Oh, dear. She's going to have to hit this switch to go back upstairs, to push a block. Yeah, the vanilla routing.
Oof. Gotta get that full magic bar now, because chances are you're not going to get it later.
Ice Palace, very much not a kind dungeon in the vanilla game if you're new to Link to the Past. You're just so much twisting and winding and backtracking. It's no fun.
Hollow Bro, I would say between Ice Palace and Water Temple and Ocarina of Time are my least favorite dungeons in the entire Zelda franchise. I hate Water Temple, especially in the Master Quest version. Holy cow, that place was rough.
Oh, no, she's going to have to go the long way around, right?
I honestly don't have any idea what the regular
block you need to push is on the left side of... Yeah, and you can't get back there from this way.
This would be a perfect place to mirror. Oh, wait. No, you can't do that.
So yeah, we are an hour and 12 minutes in. Our Morph Ball is still at large. We have found our lamp and finally put Aghanim in logic, but we still don't have boots.
Yeah, the Great Bay, basically any temple that requires and has water or ice in it is usually not fun. Because you're right, the Great Bay Temple in Majora's Mask was also pretty righteous.
So, because it's being asked in chat, where was our lamp? It was the first check in Misery Mire.
It was on the rope bridge in Mire.
Yeah, and Ice Palace, to this point, not giving us anything of value.
We're about to find out,
though. Be careful here.
If she manages to take down Cold Stare with 3 hearts and green mail, I will give her a standing ovation.
Alright, Nitorific is going to go ahead and finish up Eastern Palace, with Pod being a pendant. It's not a bad move.
Iris can make 0 mistakes here. 1 mistake and she's dead. Doesn't matter what it is.
Setting up for some hammer action, and the hammer's going to do tempered sword damage, which will be great to help make this fight easier, but it also has reduced range. So this gets kind of dicey. 1 wrong move and those puffs can take her right out.
I think that the hammer's probably got about the same range as the fighter sword. Oh, wow. I have no idea how she didn't get hit there.
If you're in her position and you're not used to this kind of a fight, your heart is probably pounding right now. But I think Iris, this is not an unfamiliar scene for someone of her caliber.
Oh no, Iris has been through this kind of nightmare before. She's really, really good at this game, and it's entertaining to watch her struggle through this, because I would not do this. Nope.
Okay, so new content for Nitorific's side. We're seeing an Armos Knights battle. Nig's gonna find his gravity suit, knows, okay, won't have to look for that. Can't
Some of these ice blocks, I don't know how she's not getting hit by them.
Ooh.
No, now we're in true one-hit KO territory. Miss Metroid, this seed is a travesty and should be deleted from all memory.
Delete what?
It's a required Aga seed, like always.
So, Ms. Metroid, shall we run you down the...
That's unfortunate.
And it's... You don't know if this is actually going to be what the answer is or not, so she's out. She's got other fish she can fry still. Still, let's hear a round of applause, because that is a gutsy effort fight for Iris, and any runner in that position, you don't envy them.
Oh, that's way better than I could have done.
Yeah, well, it's possible there's our progression. It's very true. Here's the problem, though. There's lots of other stuff we haven't done yet. There's one thing that, with the lamp now known, is in logic we haven't actually thought about. The ether tablet.
I mean, I thought about that earlier when they were in Hera.
Well, now we can actually check it, because you've got a book in logic.
Oh, right,
and
we
pod.
do. That's right, you're right. And Miggs is making the Aga play. Strange. I mean, he needs to, but it's strange to do it now.
Yeah, and I'm agreeing with chat. Iris, with Master Sword is probably done with that fight. And, she has not yet been to Hera. That's where we found her second sword.
She'll probably check ether tablet when she gets up there then.
Miggs is also opting to do the Dark Aga Tower climb to get it out of the way. NATO's going to have an easier time going through pod with that lamp. Dark Maze a little bit more, not so much a maze when you can see where you're going.
I mean, it's still a maze. It's just not impossible. Miggs using some of that advanced fire source tech from ALTTP Rando to light the torches with the fire rod to be able to see where he's going. It's not logical in this version of the Link to the Past logic, but it's still obviously doable.
And we're going to see Omniflask go up Tower of Hera. Already has his Master Sword, just has that $20 on Moldorm and the pendant to take care of.
With the ability to full clear 2 pendant dungeons already.
Yeah, you're thinking about it?
All
Chat's
three,
been
actually, we
talking
can
about
clear
it?
all
Yeah.
3 of them. So, yeah. That makes me believe that pendant, or that there's something on pedestal. Something like Red Cane or something obnoxious,
Red Cane, Ice Rod, Boots.
Morph
Could
Ball.
be on pedestal. Oh boy, Boots hard required for Mirror, hard required for Seed.
Well, yeah, the mirror is on Lumberjack, Miss Metroid.
Yeah, you did that. You did that.
Yeah, that was my fault, totally. I said I didn't want to see an Agastine, and look what we got!
So we got a couple things that we could see here. It could be Morph on pedestal. Perish the thought.
There, yeah, could be. I mean, it could be a number of things.
Oh, Ms. Metroid poking her head in the SRL chat, and she is saying, well, this is my fault somehow. So when you roll a seed with the bot, it's very literal. You have no control over what's going to happen. This is all in good fun. We're not blaming anybody. This is quite literally a travesty of RNG. There's a screw attack for Neaterific, so he may chase that into Big Pink.
But it is more fun to blame somebody. Just saying.
Did we see Old Mother Brain with that screw attack?
I do not believe so.
Trackers, thank you, Razor Flame, and I forgot our other tracker. How dare I?
It's Hollow Bro.
You are correct. Keeping track of stuff so we don't have to.
Say Hollow
That's
Knight,
not
but
entirely true.
And here's Iris going into Hera.
So she can go right next door with that book and check the Ether tab. Yeah, words.
Which she may do. Is Maze done with Aga already, or did I totally miss it? Did he quit?
He's farming up magic.
Because he was in there. Oh, he must have fell out or something.
Yeah, chat letting us know he took a death on the climb in the dark, so that's kind of unfortunate.
Yeah, it is
All right.
what it is.
What do we got on Ether tab? And it's our boots!
Goodness! What is this nonsense?
All right, book required progression. Boots
Oh,
to get mirror to get into Swamp Palace. What?
Oh, this is brutal.
Lamp to get boots to go to Aga to get mirror on Lumberjack to get the book from Dark Maze to get the boots on Ether Tablet. Oh boy.
You know, at this point, you might as well just check the pedestal. You might as well.
You have no reason not to.
Pedestal, Shack Tool, let's just put all the bad stuff in all the bad places.
And oops, all bad location seed? Yeah, I hate to see it.
I mean, we hate to see it. Chat loves it.
Oh, chat loves it. You don't want to wish this on your runners. Come on. That's rude. Don't be like that.
Just imagine, this could be you playing this seed.
You know, it very well could have been. If I'm not here, I'm floundering in the background here. So... She's going back for Ice Palace. She is gonna go beat up on Coldstare.
She wants that mirror. Or, I don't know where I was going with that. She wants that Coldstare, that's what I was gonna say. I just brain farted. It happens.
I mean, you're not wrong. She wants that mirror.
No, Iris hasn't been to Meyer yet, so she won't have that lamp.
So Miggs goes to Meyer, gets a lamp. All right, Miggs can go finish out Aga then, if he so decides.
He's probably gonna be like, "I just died to Aga because I couldn't see, and now I can see." Son of a gun.
Yeah, it's not a good feeling if you have that circumstance happen here. So we know Nito is chasing the screw attack, and we know this isn't anything fun.
Just a 5 arrow capacity upgrade. If Cold Stare has something, or Green Pendant has something, this is huge for Iris. Because this could be our Morph Ball. Or Green Pendant could be our Morph Ball. I mean, it could be down here somewhere in this miserable, icy dungeon of despair.
That's one thing I'm curious about. She decided to go straight back down to Cold Stare for a little revenge. When she knows she needs that mirror eventually, she'll probably go get it.
Well, that's an interesting way to set it up. I never thought about using boots there. She's perfectly set up though. She's going to make that bomb jump no problem. First try.
Hey everybody, look what Nitorific is going to do for us.
Alright, here we go. It's time to get your pet hype in chat.
What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? It says an
Oh, it's
upgraded
a
sword on the
sword!
pedestal. Oh wow!
It's vanilla, or well, sorta.
Well, technically it is vanilla. It's an upgraded sword in the vanilla game.
Well, we're not getting that. Probably.
No.
Unless somebody decides to blind pull it, we're not getting that.
I wouldn't say Pedestal's dead as a result of that sword. I would say it's very unlikely we see people grab it. There's another sword out there, and I would hazard a guess some of our runners are probably pretty comfortable with Master Sword on Ganon. It is strictly faster to have Tempered, though.
Let's just hope we find silvers to make that even easier.
Yeah, Master Sword Silverless is a no thank you, but thanks for playing. Getting some nice double spins too, but unfortunately these oh, come on Iris, you got this. She gets boxed in.
Those cold stare puffs don't mess around. They do a lot of damage.
So give me my arrow back. She doesn't even pick it up.
She just wanted to kill it. She was angry.
Yeah, the picket stole my arrow, I'd kill it too. Right, there's other stuff that she can be doing right about now, and she is going back up the mountain. Where are we headed?
You gonna finish Hera? There's nothing else for her to do up here.
Yeah, she's probably thinking it was fire-locked earlier. Go ahead and see what that second item is in Hera. Nitorific has opted to go to the back of Desert.
As is Omniflash. Somebody we haven't really spoken about a lot today.
Yeah,
This
Omniflash
is their first weekly restream they're gonna do. So they've been performing admirably. Actually, we haven't talked about it much because there's exciting stuff happening everywhere. But they're keeping up with the others. They're doing the desert play just like Nito is.
Yeah, and chat pointing out, a little bit surprising, Iris is deciding to go into Hera when you have Aga 1, and you have the mirror, and that is logical for Swamp Palace, and Swamp Palace is no small treasure trove. I believe there's 6 items in there?
Yes, there is. I think it's 6 items and 14 chests. No, it can't be 14.
Yeah, because
Can it?
I think there's, what, 11 checks? Maybe 12?
Yeah, I don't know. I know there's a lot of items in there. So the other item in Desert is boots locked on the right side.
That's unfortunate, but we get the crystal out of the way.
Yeah, there's six items in Swamp, but how many chests total? Is it 12? 14? 11? I don't remember.
Nitorific is making his Ice Palace play now. Yeah, we haven't said a lot about Omniflash. They've been quietly going along the same motions that a lot of our other runners have done. And he's got his Desert Palace crystal out of the way. He's got the knowledge that, not much doing here, but he also has that lamp, so there are things he can do.
We're approaching 90 minutes in, and we are not gonna get Morph Ball yet. This is not a nice seed.
Alright, Miggs gets his bow, and he is fluting off to, I'm imagining, Palace of Darkness?
Yeah, he's probably going to do Pod and Eastern. Though without the mirror, it's a little bit harder to do, but you can still do it right now.
And yes, this week we're playing normal logic. Tomorrow we're going to see hard logic, and then next Sunday and next week, following this coming cycle, we have something new coming for everybody in the community scene.
Oh yeah.
Gonna see some 2 versus 2 multi-world.
That's next week? I thought
That
it was
should
the week
be
after.
fun. It's a week from tomorrow. Because tomorrow and then Sunday are hard, and then there are 2 of those, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
I'll
I
check the
signed
schedule.
I signed up for the hard mode 2v2 multi-world on Sunday, 2 weeks from now.
It is a week from today.
A week today. Okay, holy
Yes.
cow. Oh my goodness,
So,
it's going to
yeah, that
be
is
more
a
fun.
thing.
I look forward to doing commentary on that. I hope they choose me because I really want to do that one. But if not, I'll still be watching.
So yeah, we're seeing Iris is gonna go finish up Skull Woods then with Fire Rod.
Razor Flame Coon, you are correct. To get into there, you at least need either Speed Booster works too, though. So you need Speed Booster, Morph Ball Bombs, or Space Jump.
And even if we see Morph Ball bombs, they ain't gonna be anything useful for us because we kinda don't have a Morph Ball.
Yeah, that's a bit of a deterrent. However, if we get Speed Booster, technically I think the Morph Ball can be in the first check of Gauntlet? Question mark?
Got a boss fight for Omniflas taking on Armos Knights. And soon we'll see 2 more, followed by a 3rd.
Well, Miggs is heading down to the basement of Pod. Oh, the true item hunt hasn't even begun yet. We don't know where the Ice Rod is. The Morph Ball is just the stepping stone. We haven't seen anything of Super Metroid yet.
You had to say something. This could still be an Ice Rod hunt even when the seed opens up for us. Blech.
I mean, we've been 90 minutes and it doesn't even, you wouldn't even know this is an SMZ3 seed unless you saw the SM items we were getting.
Yeah, this is the very makings of a rather rude seed for Link to the Past here. What do you think would be the equivalent of where that Moon Pearl location was in the other world?
Well, that'd be like on Uncle.
Huh.
It's one of the first 2 checks of the game you can do.
You know, actually, I would say that's kind of... It was... I would put that equivalent to like a Dark Cross, maybe. If it wasn't for the fact that it was, you know, Lamp and Meyer. Okay, so Mothula down for Iris. That is her 3rd crystal. Nito is a room away from facing off against Cold Stare, and Miggs has just busted Almasaur's mask. Omniflas is probably feeling, hey, I didn't check this, and he will be very rewarded.
Yeah, there's some pretty rude item placements today, for sure. Now, Nitorific does not have very many mistakes to make here. He has 1 hit from the puffs or 2 ice balls, now 1 ice ball, so he's going to die on his next hit regardless. Cold Stare is overrated as to how difficult this fight actually is. Or underrated? I don't know, it's hard. It's hard.
It's hard. It's the 5th Dark World dungeon in the vanilla game. You're doing it on green mail with limited offense. It is not an easy tilt by any means.
There's a reason why they put blue mail in that dungeon. I'm still thinking, Morph Ball's gotta be. Morph Ball's probably in Ice Palace.
Omniflask, good call. You're gonna see some boots. Get ready to go fast.
Omni's not happy about that location at all.
Yeah, you have to go up the tower to get that the second time around. That can't feel too good.
And Iris is making the Aga climb in the dark because she hasn't been to Mire yet.
We're getting call-outs for Pyramid Fairy having Morph Ball.
Ooh.
I should say, you're getting call-outs for it.
I did say that the chances of her having something would be slim. You can't blame that one on me.
Alright, so we already know it's not pedestal. You know there's a sword on pedestal. So, you don't go through the motions, I think. Even with these pendant dungeon layouts, it's not really worth it. Although, we're seeing Mix go in for his third pendant dungeon in Ice Palace. We could see some, just, I don't care, I'm pulling it anyway.
I think he's gonna blind pull it at this point. He's made the assumption that pedestal is gonna be required because of the item layouts and items he has. So he's like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it.
And I think Omniflask has the right idea. He is going up to Aga with the lamp in hand, gonna go see a mirror, gonna possibly give us our first look at Swamp Palace here.
Omniflask has stayed pretty much in logic this entire time and is doing admirably. Hasn't done any dark rooms, hasn't done any really crazy shenanigans. Is just plodding along, playing carefully, and they're doing exceptional.
You know what would be even worse than Pyramid Fairy? And we've seen this. This happened in a tournament race a week or two ago.
Talking about Gold Torizo?
Talking about Morph and Mimic Cave.
We're one item away from it.
Yeah, we are. Well, two if you count the necessity to go grab your mirror, because we know that's required anyway.
True.
Oh boy. Alright, so here we have Migs and Nito a room away from each other. Iris having a geometry lesson. Omniflask waiting for math class to start.
This is Agonometry 101. Agonometry 102 comes later.
Is it 102 or is it 201?
I don't know. I just made up a number.
Math, it's Spatial Math 200.
Sure, let's go with that.
Well,
Alright, there is Iris finishing up Aga, saving and quitting. She's immediately going to go straight for that mirror. Now, with Aga dead and having the mirror in hand, if you save and quit in the Dark World, you end up starting on the pyramid, which is something that can be useful for routing decisions later on. But we've already done Eastern and Pod. Oh no, she hasn't done Pod yet.
Didn't she did Pod? She just didn't finish it?
Yeah, she got her book out of there. She didn't have the lamp.
She was the first person to get a book in the dark. Yeah, and I'm feeling Iris is probably also thinking the swamp play. It has the greatest density of checks per us at this moment.
And it's required, and it gives you Pyramid Fairy. So, good decision all the way around.
Alrighty, folks. There's your mirror on Lumberjack Ledge. We've had our fun. Let's have a seed.
And I suspect we're going to see her flute to 4.
No, she's checking Checkerboard Cave first.
Interesting.
Nito has pulled out the hammer, and he's going to pound some clouds.
This is still a terrifying fight. Doesn't matter any way you slice it right now. It's not easy. These cotton candy balls hurt a lot.
And the most you can hope for is just take care of one. The other two, a little bit easier to take care of when there isn't that third one boxing you in.
At this point, I would just be using slashes. Like, I don't even know why you would continue to use spins.
I think spins are relatively safe. Especially when you can get a double hit like that.
That was a nice triple. There's one down, so one eyeball down makes this fight just 33% easier.
Now this is now a downhill fight for Nitorific.
Did he get the second one too?
He sure did, and the hammer shot for the last one.
Oh man!
Oh, Cold Stare, don't do us like this.
Ah, come on, Saha, don't have anything. This is brutal. And there's Iris taking a dive into Swamp Palace. This will be awesome. There's 6 items in here. It's a good palace. It's a good dungeon. I actually don't mind the swamp. I mean, if Green Pendant has like Varia or something, that'd be
look at that!
Wow.
The cane is our first item chest in Swamp Palace.
That's so gross. This seed is so messed up.
That means that puts the basement of Myron Logic. We can now go into Turtle Rock, and that makes Morphon Mimic Cave is alive, everybody. Uh-oh.
That's so gross.
Uh-oh. Alright, Omniflas, your first call is what?
Graveyard Ledge?
Graveyard Ledge? Graveyard Ledge is a good location to check. It is isolated. It could very well be hiding something nobody wants to find there.
Might check Bumper Ledge too, and we haven't. I don't think we've seen that yet.
I'll say one thing: if we're waiting this long for a Morph Ball, by the time we actually get into Super Metroid, we are going to be overpowered.
Oh my god! Green Pendant was nothing.
With the ultimate debate.
It's like getting baited for a Morbus, sort of. Only way easier.
That's like blind pulling the pedestal for 10 arrows.
At least when Miggs blind pulls the pedestal, he's going to get a sword out of it. I mean, that's a pretty good deal. I think with his obtaining the Green Pendant here, he's going to be like, you know what, I might as well.
You know, that sword is going to give him a little bit of an edge, too.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
The movement from Master to Tempered is a very, very strong offensive increase.
Especially when it comes down to the Ganon fight.
Yeah, you go from 12 spins in the first 2 phases and 24 for the final to 12 slashes and 12 spins.
Yeah, for Ganon, Master Sword Silverless, it's 52 spins in total, which is obnoxious. Alright, Miggs gets 1 puff down, now he's get to focus on the other 2.
Iris setting up diver down strategies here with that cane that we found in Swamp Palace.
I don't think Miggs has the book, so I think he is going to blind pull the ped.
He finished Pond, so he should have the book.
Oh, yeah, good point.
You think he reads it first, though?
Good point. Green Pendant was 20 rupees, so,
Alright, so Omniflas here, gonna be rewarded for staying in Logic, going straight to Swamp Palace. We'll get a cane, and we'll be the first of our runners to actually be able to, well, the second, if you count Iris also having the option.
Why did Iris just mirror?
Good
I think it was an accident. I think she was trying to buffer, and she... Oh, did she get stuck?
Yeah, she flushed the key and was trying to dive her down, and I think it wasn't working out for her. I think you leave the dungeon, that will reset?
I believe so, yeah.
There's our check of Bombo's tablet from Omniflas.
This could be something important. Hey, I mean, it could be. That's our first bottle. Sick Kid could have a morph ball now.
Sick Kid could have any kind of progression here. You might see an Ice Rod. You might see a Speed Booster. Alright, so she decided...
Migs is going forward. He's gonna pull the ped.
Oh, let's get some pet hype in chat, folks. Blind pedestal pull possibly incoming here for Migs. And Nidorific coming up here to check Ether. He's gonna get some Go Fast shoes.
He ain't gonna read it. He's just pulling it. There it is.
Migs, I hope this tempered sword makes your seed comfortable. This is it! The Master Sword!
It's a little red, but it works.
It's been in that rock for a while. Who knows what kind of weather the forest has? Probably a little rusty.
I'm just saying, if the Master Sword is the Sword of Evil's Bane, why are their swords better than it?
Well, if you think about it, the Tempered Sword is just the Master Sword, you know, pounded out a little bit by the dwarfs. But the heck is the Gold Sword supposed to be?
Oh my goodness.
No.
We got almost every item we could use in Super Metroid before we get a Morph Ball. This is disgusting.
And you know what the worst part is? Norfair's still out of logic. We do not have a Speed Booster or a High Jump Boots. But that does give you possible morph at Gold Chorizo. Oh no.
Oh man. That would be the second seed in like a month I've seen that happen to. That's just wrong.
My first race was exactly that, and I was not happy.
I don't think any of the runners were happy with that seed. We had quite a few forfeits. This does kind of feel like a plan, though. You're not wrong.
We're seeing Morph on Croc. If you see a Wave Beam, we could see Crocomire. Possibly. No. The Speed Booster would be what does it here. Migs, where are you going? Oh, you're getting your boots. That's good.
That's very good. This is going to be like a 4-hour seed, man.
No, it's not. As soon as everyone has what they need to start moving, Super Metroid is a less than hour game. Easy. You know, Flaming Bacon, I don't like my bacon too well done.
Blasphemy. Bacon's best when it's burnt.
Huh.
If you can't crunch your bacon, it ain't right.
You know, I'll agree with that.
It's gotta be crunchy. Like limp bacon is just ugh.
I'm just in the context of the bacon sword.
Well, yeah, okay, that's true.
I don't think that's gonna do any help on boss fights if it's a limp sword.
Yeah, well, I mean that'd be like a whip at that point.
Alright, so here comes Argus for Iris. She's gonna have to do spins to have an easier time, or 2 swipes per puff.
Could go really crazy and go hammer strikes, but that's obnoxious.
Oh, menuing hammer strikes is just garbage. And yeah, Ms. Metroid, we've seen Alpha Power Bombs. Unfortunately, it was a...
It was Greg. Green rupee.
$1. $1, Bob.
The closest retail price is... It's actually Drew now, not Bob.
Yeah,
doing it.
Shout outs to The Price is Right. One of America's longest running game shows of all time.
It's a great game.
Alright, a cane for Nito. And you know, he's already done with Ice Palace, so there's only so much time that's going to save us here.
I'll buy that for $1. Alright, Robocop.
Alright, 5-6 crystals in hand. We are possibly going to see her go straight to Pyramid Fairy.
I would.
She's about saving and quitting here, but you know, this is actually the right move.
And she was like, "Wait a minute, wait a
Now,
minute, I can do
having
this."
Aghanim done too makes this
Exact-
a lot faster.
I was about to say the same thing. You can just mirror warp.
Yeah, you go from 0 to 100 real fast on one of these, and let's see whether or not this is the call.
I'm not even sure I want to be here for the interviews when it comes time because they're not going to be happy.
Oh gosh. Please don't leave me out to try on interviews. I'm so bad.
I am too.
You know it's bad when if you look at Iris's timer, we've been here for 7 hours already.
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
Yeah, the shoutouts to the meme timer.
It feels like it's been that long.
Oh dear. Alright, Pyramid Fairy, what do we got? We have super missiles and plus 5 bomb capacity.
There's
Hits.
a pair of whammies.
Oh boy.
So, morph ball on east side of desert.
It could be. It could be. Yeah, we're starting. It's everything is just all over the place at this point.
Could be checkerboard.
Could be.
I don't think we've seen it yet.
Checkerboard, graveyard ledge, cave
A
south
rock.
grove, mimic cave, east side of desert.
Yeah, graveyard ledge was
Yeah.
checked. It was trash.
It's no good. Well, at least it's not there. That'd be an awful place for it.
We've seen bonk rocks. We've seen King's Tomb.
We've seen all the
Here's
boots checks.
here's bumper ledge. It's just missiles on bumper ledge, which is good.
He's getting bodied by some murder dactyls. Get out of there, Iris.
Them things don't mess around. We call them murderodactyls for a reason. They do like 3-4 hearts of damage, and they don't leave you alone until you kill them or get off screen.
Yeah, the birds in the light world, they'll come at you twice and then they'll just flitter away. The Dactos, as soon as they're on you, it's like a heat-seeking missile, and they don't stop.
I do believe Vitreous does have an item.
Alright, with the climb out of the way, Miggs is gonna learn some math. We just saw a bumper ledge, unfortunately just a missile pack.
We have not seen
K45
K45 yet,
not
I don't
yet.
think. We're about to. I have a feeling somebody's going to go there.
Diver
There's a-
down executed by Nito. Well done, well done.
That's such a cool trick to see. Here comes Checkerboard Cave from Iris. I think she might choose to do Meyer while she's here.
I mean, he has a cane, it's full clearable. I don't see any reason why you wouldn't.
Oh, actually, you know what? I think we have seen Checkerboard. Maybe not.
Plus
It's
5
trashing it.
arrow capacity. Yeah, we just
Apparently, we saw
Kid.
Sick Kid. I didn't even see that.
Just a piece of heart being informed by our tracker HoloBro 1994. 2 good trackers on the back end of our race here today. Got Razorflame Coon and HoloBro keeping us honest as we go through.
We have checked crew attack location. I do not remember what was there, but it was nothing important.
One thing we didn't look at, we didn't check what's at the Gold Torizo missile.
No, because we didn't have Various last time we were down there.
And now we do. I do believe that Iris could also opt to do the desert play after Meyer because we know desert's a crystal anyway.
Yeah, she chose not to do it last time she was here.
Here's the strange and unusual circumstance we have here. It's very possible that we have 6 crystals before we see a morph ball. And if that is the case,
Very
then
true.
our ice
Which
rod
is
is very likely in Super Metroid.
oh, without a doubt. There's 100 item locations there, or not? What 95 locations that we haven't seen yet?
a sizable chunk.
We're going to see some high percentages of item clears today, probably in the high 200s, or maybe well, at least over 200 for sure.
All right, she gets her lamp. Now she's looped back into logic for the things that she has done. And yeah, pointing out, we do have a safety for Spike Cave. I do believe it is still out of logic, however, as the rating for the logic for Spike Cave says either Kena Burna or Cape and Half Magic. And we've got exactly half of either of those.
I do not recall. And here's our first check of K45. It's a heart from the future.
And Omniflask giving us her possible look into Gold Chorizo. Are we doing it?
Oh, yeah, there we go. If this is it,
Careful,
man, this is
careful.
going to be brutal.
You don't have a Morph Ball to power bomb this, so you gotta not get stuck.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest problems with it, is that, okay, well.
We're not gonna find out if it's there right now or not.
It's not space jump logged, which is great.
That's always a good feeling. Without a wave beam, you literally have to screw attack that down to see if it's a Morph Ball. It's been there. I should know. It was my first race.
A lot of people had to soft reset because they kept getting stuck.
You reset, and then you don't come back for half an hour, and then you go back, and it's your last location. Ugh. And yeah, technically it's still out of logic without either space jump or high jump boots, so yeah. And yeah, Razor Flame is correcting me. If you can extend your magic meter with a bottle, as we have, then Spike Cave is definitely in logic. He can have progression there. And minor for Omniplex. So
now Iris is going to show us what Vitreous has. This will be interesting. Green Mail, 2 hearts. Vitreous is not a nice player. Now, we do have, I believe she does have Cape, so that does allow us to do Cape strats.
She also only has 1 heart, so she's going to have to tread carefully down here.
Yeah, the next hit'll kill her.
And the spike just gets her.
It's not quite as bad of a climb down as Ice Palace, but it's still not friendly. Some of these rooms really suck to have to go through more than once. Like this room right here that she's just entering. That room sucks.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Miggs is going to give us what is on the right side of desert.
Nothing. We've already seen it.
Yes. Well, I'd hope there's at least something. Gosh.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm begging this seed to give us a bone here. Like, come on, man! You're starving us. Throw us something.
Is Omniflask going to be the first one to get to Vitreous?
Yes, looks like it.
That's pretty good. The full magic meter to boot. Still, nothing to be said short about this fight. This is the 6th Dark World dungeon in the vanilla game. as you see some spooky action at a distance from Nidoterific.
And Omniflash is using an exploit. I guess it's not really an exploit. It's abusing the mechanics of the game. If you have your cape on and you swing your sword while standing in green goo, you can see how fast his magic is not draining. And it basically gives you a very large amount of magic for whatever reason, because Zelda cannot process two actions at the same time. So you just stand there and slash away, and you never get hurt. And down goes the King Eyeball.
What do we got? A power bomb pack. We're going to Turtle Rock, right?
That's our 6th crystal.
Spike Cave, Turtle Rock. K45?
Nidoterific has 6 crystals. If Ice Rod is in Turtle Rock, he can clear Links to the Past before we even start Super Metroid.
Didn't you hear? We're actually playing 2 separate games today. The pedestal had a sword upgrade. Migs, to this point, is the only player that grabbed it, which means he's got an offensive boost over everybody else, but other than that, it's not what you want to find on the ped if you're just pulling it blind.
I mean, it's not a bad thing, but it's not like, yes! You're like, oh, really? Seriously?
Yeah, very nice choice to use bombs to soften up these eyeballs so that you can just peck them at a distance with the bow. It's gonna make...
She's got the cave! Look, what are you doing, Iris?
If you figure you've got the bombs, you might as well use them, right?
Yeah, I mean, why not? It's sometimes more fun than cave strats. Nito's going to check the right side of the desert before he goes up to Turtle Rock. And while Omniflash is going to Turtle Rock.
And this is... I'm not sure... This is probably a good move. Just because the amount of density that Turtle Rock has. The one thing I'd be worried about is having to go through it twice. Turtle Rock is a very linear dungeon.
Yeah, and go-moding it is no faster than full clearing it, truthfully. I mean, it's like one chest faster. Woo.
Yep, we did see Morph Ball bombs on the right side of desert, so there's our Canfly when we finally see our Morph Ball. That'll put a number of things in logic.
Yeah, like Gauntlet and everything else. I don't think I've ever seen a Morph Ball this late in the seed before.
We're 2 hours plus? I can agree with you there. I've never seen that.
This is the kind of seed I usually volunteer for. Nope. Ganon's Tower cannot have Morph Ball in it. There cannot be no progression items in Ganon's Tower. That's a piece of logic that we've put in place.
Yeah, it used to be that way. They changed it that Super Metroid progression can't be in GT. So, yeah, you got to be able to beat both games to get into the end game of one, right?
Technically.
Mix getting his Varia out of the left side of Swamp. He's going straight to the big key chest and won't find anything there either.
Did Mix not clear Eastern when he was in Pod?
I don't believe he had the mirror at the time he was there.
You're right. You're right. He didn't have the mirror.
And Nito, are you headed to Spike Cave?
Looks like it.
Everybody hold your breath.
Now the question is, if Morph Ball is in there, do you go straight to Turtle Rock or do you go straight to Metroid?
You know what? What if it's not Morph Ball? What if it's High Jump Boots or something?
What if it's Ice Rod?
come
At this
out?
point,
No.
this seed's that kind of a jerk right now. I'm going to expect the worst and hope for the best.
Forget the big key guessing game. It's going to be on 22. You just know it.
Oh,
Just a
my
little bit of
goodness.
love. Oh, no.
Gold Chorizo, we know that one of the items is not Morphball. It could be the other one that we did not see. The harder
No.
one to see, truthfully.
Yeah, even if it's high jump boots, Crocomeyer's still out of logic without seeing either a speed booster or a wave beam. You would be seeing Bubble Mountain, however.
Yes. Yes, you would.
Oh, Omniflask, be careful with these chain chomps.
They do 6 hearts of damage on Green Mill? I think?
Imagine Speed Booster and Mimic Cave. Perish the thought.
Oh, there's a death from Omni to the chain chomps.
And there's nothing quite as bad as getting butt beat by a chain chomp. Owie.
Oh, and Meg's taking a death to Argus.
Yikes. This seed is being brutal, and now it's out for a little bit more than blood. Yee.
Yeah, now this game doesn't want just your blood anymore. It wants your tears as well. Razor Flame Coon, as far as I can tell, all the runners are still in, so...
It wants your blood, your tears, your sweat, your arm, your leg, and your firstborn child.
Yeah, well, it can't have my firstborn child.
Uh-uh.
That's a line I'm going to draw in the sand. You come after my firstborn child, you're going to be ready for Mama and Papa Bear.
Alright, we're clear of the chain chomps room, so no more suffering for the moment.
For the moment, there's still crystal rollers that do a ridiculous amount of damage.
And we'll see a diver down from Miggs first try, because, you know, Miggs is a pretty good one. And honestly, let's give a shout outs to all 4 of our followers that volunteered to give us a restream here. You got Iris in the top left, you've got Neaterific in the top right, you have Miggs in the bottom left, and debuting a restream is Omniflask in the bottom right.
Who we have been quiet about, but has been quietly making progress and staying up with the best of the best here.
Yeah, all 3 of these other players were people that made the brackets in our 1 versus 1 tournament. Omniflask is hanging in with some of the best. The cream of the crop.
And it's just by staying in logic. They haven't made any logic breaks as far as I've noticed, and that's amazing to see. Just staying in logic keeps you keeping up with the rest of these players is amazing.
And
Man.
he's going to be the first one to give us our look at Mimic Cave.
Man, it's terrifying to be in Turtle Rock and Green Mail because everything here hurts so bad. The eye lasers on the walls, they do 3 hearts of damage. The Hoku Bokus do 6, I think. The Crystal Rollers do like 4. Lasers do 4, okay.
Alright, once again, hold your breath. There are 2 isolated checks coming your way here. Is it behind something else in logic at the Gold Chorizo missile? Is it behind this door at the chest here?
Nope.
What do we got?
Oh my.
$50. It is Laser Bridge or bust for our runner.
The Nope Tank in Great Gold Chorizo. Oh my goodness. Trinex could have it too, just for the record. And Ice Rod could be on Laser Bridge.
You would literally need Ice Rod
Ice
on
Rod
Laser Bridge for
is vanilla location is on Laser Bridge for the rando because that's where it ends up so often.
Okay, Iris is... She's headed back to Link to the Past.
I don't have any idea. I mean, I'm running out of ideas here.
What have we missed here? Have we missed something?
I don't think so. I mean, I've seen more checks today than I have in months of my own playing.
All right, Iris is going to get that sweet, sweet revenge on Cold Stare.
Yeah, she's tired of Cold Stare's crap. She's like, I'm coming back.
I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you real good, she's saying.
Right, and Omniflash is going to show us what laser... I hope he takes a safety save at the laser bridge door, because 5 hearts... kind of dangerous.
If nothing else, you just take a death warp here and get your HP back. He does have a blue potion.
I did not notice that.
So if we see an Ice Rod here, we could see an attempt at Master Sword or Hammer Trinex.
Which is not fun.
Right, so Iris is going to give us a diver down because... Not a diver down, excuse me. An icebreaker.
Oh my god, there it is on Laser Bridge! There's the Marvel! Why, game? Why are you doing this? Why?
You know, if you're Omniflash, you go ahead and you just get these other 3 chests, right? You get the key, you figure out what other items are here.
Ice Rod could be in here too, though. You gotta make that play.
Not like this. You've got a cape, use it, my friend. Well, you have no magic either.
He's got a blue potion though.
He does. He's going for it. He wants to see what these other chests might have. This could be a treasure trove. Yeah, that's not the kind of treasure I had in mind.
That's not what I wanted.
At least get the key, right?
At this point, yeah. Take that potion. Just drink it, man. Go. Be done with it.
Take it every time. Yeah, Anita-rific is right on his heels, too. We got 2 of our runners making the play of the century.
And there's missiles. So, Turtle Rock is a forced double dip. And now, hey guys, guess what? We actually get to see some Super Metroid. It's been 2 hours since we've been in this game, but now we get to see some things. Basically, everything.
10 seed. Oh, Nito checking the top downs to the any percent strats.
I'm actually kind of bamboozled that it's been 2 hours and we're just now doing like our Bryn loops and things.
Yeah, the legendary 2-hour Bryn loop, everybody. And
Nito is not happy about that morphball location.
Nito, what are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, with all the upgrades we have for Super Metroid, we can do anything we want to do. Screw attack, ice beam, plasma beam, gravity, varia, morph ball, bombs. I mean, we can do this. It's full clearable. Like, the only thing you really can't do is something like X-ray in Logic or Shack Tool because we don't have grapple and high jump.
And we actually don't have... We have 1 can fly and morph ball bomb, so this is a logical check of the gauntlet.
Do waterway either, that's right.
Yeah, there's still thing. Oh, careful.
That was close.
I'll go down the center. There it is.
Well done, Omni. Well done. For a bottle. I mean, it's not bad. And here we got a Morph Ball, IBJ up to Criteria Power Bombs from Nito. I almost forgot this was an SMZ3 weekly at this point. It's been so long since we've been in here.
You ever call a Link to the Past daily? Those are fun, too.
Yeah, oh yeah. I don't think I've actually done comms on those. I did plenty of tracking, though.
I did 1 with Wolfman. That's why I was surprised you said that he had a name for the Brewbee.
You just gotta ask him about Greg. I think that's... Oh my god, there's a... That is so mean!
We are in Link to the Past Go mode right now at 2 hours, 13 minutes, and 35 seconds, and we have only just stepped into Super Metroid!
This Miss Metroid needs to be put on blast for this seed. This is her fault!
Can't call this Go mode period because we do not have a charge beam, and if you look at Nito's ammo counts, that is not enough for Mother Brain.
No, not even close. I mean,
he's going straight for Trinex.
It's just
he saved
enough.
A portal.
Did he?
He saved a portal. He saved and quit, went to Super Metroid, and that portal is waiting for him on Death Mountain.
If he saved and quit, then the portal's gone.
Is that true?
Yeah, the portals disappear if you save and quit, I believe.
See if he proves me
he
wrong.
also did a hard reset, so I mean it would have been gone anyway.
All
He's
right.
finishing Link to the Past first. I think that's not
There's
a bad
stuff that can
call.
be nice to find in that's not necessarily progressive in Ganon's Tower. So
Oh, yes,
it's
it's
not
true.
a bad
But
move.
there's also a much better chance of you getting items that'll help you beat Ganon's Tower in Super Metroid, like mail upgrades, silver arrows, another sword, more hearts.
Yeah, but if
But
you're
I
in
mean,
his position, you feel good about it either way.
Ganon's Tower is the hardest dungeon in the game by right. It's the last one. The last boss does a lot of damage. There's a lot of enemies in there that do a lot of damage. There's a lot of rooms in there that are really do a lot of damage. So
When people are like, "Who's done our forfeit?" We have nothing. Chat is dead.
nobody's done. Nobody's forfeited.
And yes, if you missed it, the ice rod was at the Crateria surface power bombs above the landing site. So Nito gonna go all the way to Trinex, get his 7th crystal.
We're gonna play a really early big key guessing game.
Maybe.
Well, if he goes straight for GT. If not, we're gonna have about an hour to do the guessing game.
All right, so we are still seeing some of this we've already seen. Is I believe one of our runners chased that screw attack down here earlier, but now we can get everything else that's in Brinstar, like what's behind here at Mission Impossible.
Yeah, Omniflash has a lot of options open for him. Yeah, I was going to make this comment before, and I got distracted by the ice rod. I've not seen in 2 hours and 15 minutes seed. There's our fourth
There's
sword.
our 4th sword.
I have not seen a seed this long without killing a single Super Metroid boss either.
So much as like stepping into some areas of Super Metroid, because we were still very out of logic for quite some time here. And given the ice rod beam, it shoots ice rods.
I mean, that would be interesting. That would hurt, I think. I don't know if I'd rather get frozen or hit by the rod itself.
All right. At least if you're frozen, you can't feel it. No, we're seeing the morph ball bombs on the right side of desert actually ends up being logically required here.
Yeah, because we don't have any other can flies at the moment.
Could change. Seed could show us either speed booster or space jump at some point.
Do we know if
Because we
there's an
only
item on
want those.
Trinex, or is it just a dungeon item?
Yeah, hey, Omniflash, you might want that.
Yeah, that's helpful.
Our first mail upgrade.
See, there's the safety. That helps in Ganon's Tower. That helps with Trinex. That helps on Ganon himself, because Ganon hugs are like 8 hearts on green mail. And the fire bats do 4. Omni, you have regular morph ball bombs. Use them.
Takes the death warp. Gets the extra HP.
That's what I said, Razor. They do 4. Omni did a good job on the wavegate glitch there.
I'm gonna just say this early that we probably won't be seeing Crocomire.
I'm gonna say probably not.
And I would also hazard a guess that Wave Beam's probably in Ganon's Tower at this point.
I mean, we're gonna see the 4 main bosses of Super Metroid. That's probably it. Because what do we really need to finish Super Metroid? Speed booster, ammo, or charge beam?
Technically, you don't even need Speed Booster.
Well, technically, but you're right. We can go to the back door. I forgot.
Yeah, Omni, you don't have Speed Booster. You can't check this.
I mean, can you blame him? It's been so long since you've played this game, you almost forgot it was a combo randomizer.
And Nito doing some hammer Oh boy.
That's where a mail upgrade would have come in handy.
I saw the pause buffer and I saw the head coming straight for him, and I'm like, yeah, that's it.
You can't dodge this.
You can dodge a Trinex, you can dodge a ball.
you can dodge traffic, you can dodge a ball?
This isn't Frogger.
No, it's worse.
Yeah, the traffic comes straight at you, even whether you're on the road or not, in this case. Alright, try next take 2 for Nitorific. And Iris not too far behind to get her Morph Ball.
I like how Nito's switched off to get more hits on the ice head, so it doesn't dirty the floor.
Yeah, that flame dissipates immediately, but as soon as the ice head spits up a slippery mess, not only is it really laggy in the effects, it don't go away for the whole fight. You got to slip slide on that the entire time.
That was a good dodge. He barely got hit, barely got missed by that head.
Then it basically turns into the undead Moldorm fight, which,
Yeah, pretty
you know,
much.
all things, not that bad.
That was a nice double hit in the middle with the hammer. That was very well done.
Omniblast finishing up this upper part of the Brinstar loop. And crystal number 7 for Nito.
Now, if he makes a way towards Ganon's tower, we will have to play the Big Key guessing game real quick. So,
Aw, do we have to?
have your guesses ready. Yep.
He's
He's
said,
headed that way.
I've had enough Link of the Past for one day. So if you feel so inclined, there are 22 chests in which we can find the Ganon's Tower Big Key. And your job is to take a lottery-style guess as to where it is.
What was on the island? Super missiles?
Yeah, Super's confirmed.
Not a bad decision. I mean, a little bit of ammo helps.
I mean, at this point, he knows he's only got a couple...
30?
You know, 25, 30-ish. You're going to come into the ammo. Definitely. It's going to happen as you do your checks. You're going to pick them up to get into go mode. But if you know this is here, it's not a bad call to just go ahead, grab it. Yay, Lionel Hugs doing
man!
a lot of damage.
Yeah, 2 hugs, 8 hearts. Oof.
And we'll see a scout of the Shaft Supers location and criteria on his way up for Omniflas.
Excellent job. Let's see if there's anything. I'm doubting there's anything here. I mean, there's nothing left we need. We have almost everything we could possibly want or need.
Well, I mean,
And,
it could
no
still
more,
be something like
no
a
more
charge
guesses
beam.
for Ganon's Tower Big Key. Here we go. It's not one.
You got Spring Ball and Morph Ball bombs, and you still wait to hop up on a Power Bomb. It's the old habits die hard. They really do.
For sure.
And a hearty welcome to those of you joining us from Speed Gaming 2. This is our weekly community race of the Super Metroid and Link to the Past Combo Randomizer Tournament. Not tournament. It's a weekly
Just
race.
a weekly
I just
race.
said that.
Yeah, just a weekly. Nito taking an intentional death to get out and come back into the other side.
Yeah, welcome to what has absolutely been a total disaster. As we had a post 2-hour Morph Ball, as Iris is about to show you. Bang! Morph Ball on Laser Bridge is only the latest in a series of unfortunate events this seed has had for us today.
Yeah, because that Morph Ball leads us to the Ice Rod and Criteria Power Bombs. So, require double dip of Turtle Rock. The only problem I really have with Needham doing this decision here is that he's not going to get any of the good power-ups to beat Ganon with later on. You know, because he's going to beat Ganon, then he's going to go to Super Metroid, he's going to get his third sword, he's going to get his blue mail, probably find the silvers because they're probably in there too. There's the
There
big
it
key. I have no, oh my goodness.
Wait a minute.
There's speed
that
booster
could
too.
pay off. And that means the speed booster is absolutely not required. Your logical access to the back of Meridia is from the Dark Ice Rod location.
So that was chest number...
Check out what Iris is finding in Business Center at the High Jump Boots location.
I didn't
So
see
Iris is actually... That's a charge beam.
Oh.
Iris is actually technically in go mode once she finds the movement items to logically finish the game.
7... I think it was 10. I think it was chest 10, yeah. Chest 10. Who got chest 10? Len the Cat. Len the Cat got it.
Congratulations, Len the Cat. You win a lifetime supply of SMZ3 seeds. You can play a seed like this, or you probably don't want to play a seed like this, but regardless, you can generate your own at samus.link.
Yeah. And they're unlimited, so enjoy your lifetime supply.
Silver arrows for Iris in the cathedral item.
So that's helpful.
That is going to make the Ganon fight extremely safe and free.
This seed is just another sad story in a line of tragedies that I've seen in this game.
I'm starting to feel like you don't play this game unless you're a really big fan of both games, or a glutton for punishment.
I mean, I do Metroid Prime 2 randos. I am definitely a glutton for punishment because Echoes is suffering.
Forget Prime 2 Rando. Prime 2 Rando Multi-World. you take it a notch above suffering. And not just you either. The whole community is fantastic. What are you doing to yourselves?
I think that that Speed Gaming 2 raid was actually possibly might have been the end of the Metroid Prime 2 tournament race that happened today.
And yeah, we did see silvers at Cathedral. We are going to see a gravity jump into Lower Norfair. Well executed by Iris.
Iris, I believe, is primarily a Super Metroid runner, so she is extremely proficient at her moves in here.
And that she is. She does a lot of the Varia Randomizer weekly stuff as well, which, if you've been following any of that, what that community's churning out, and not my kind of seeds either.
I mean, none of these seeds are my kind of seeds. This is rough. There's Mario Kart for Speed Gaming 2. Okay, my bad. I just know that I thought there was a Metroid Prime 2 race today. I could have been wrong.
So if you like what you're seeing here, then you better tune into Speed Gaming later tonight at 8:10. We have a 1-versus-1 tournament match between Azure and Dragon Dark. Winner goes into the semifinals and is guaranteed a spot in the money. That'll be tonight on Speed Gaming 1. Don't miss it.
Nito, do not die now.
The death up here would be...
Yeah, awesome. This is one of the worst places to die.
That is one of the worst places to see a shovel for Omniflash, as he has not yet checked the landing site power bomb. He could very well go back and chase that. Ladies and gentlemen,
he doesn't make that decision.
We are about to see our first Super Metroid boss fight at almost 2.5 hours into this seed.
Why, game? Why? Why you do this?
So Nito is checking these last few chests in Ganon's Tower, hoping to find silvers or a mail or a sword or something. And unfortunately, we've already seen all of that over on the Super Metroid side of the ball.
I think Miggs might be Temper Sword. I don't think he's gonna. Oh, Nito taking a fall from Trolldorm. I don't think Miggs is gonna get that 4th sword.
So if you missed it, there was a crate sighting, and then he was gone.
And down goes Trolldorm. That's not terrible. An energy tank this late in the game, kind of helpful.
So we're seeing reverse boss order from Iris. She's going down to Ridley. It's our second shield.
Not that it matters, like, we don't need them anymore.
The only thing you could possibly need a shield for at this juncture would be this right here. Nito fighting against, Agonometry 200.
Yeah, I mean, that's only, you need two shields to make it of any value. Are we at 4 hits now?
Yep, it's 2-1-1-1 to this point, so one more should do it. And that is Aghanim 2 out of the way, and that means he's just a pig away from being done with Link to the Past.
And here we go with Ridley. Iris is going to be using a combination of Power Bomb, Charge Beam, and a Super Missile strats. She has Charge Ice Plasma, which does 7.
It's 600 for Charge Ice Plasma.
Okay, so
if you had Wave, it'd be 750.
That Wave would be 900.
Oh, if you had the full beam, it'd be 900. If you had Wave instead of Ice, it'd be 750.
Right. Okay, gotcha.
So it would be a 30-shot fight for just that beam combo. Iris is going to go ahead and unload some supers into Ridley to just kind of speed things along here.
I have no idea where Charge Beam was. I already forgot.
Charge Beam was at high jump boots.
There you go. That's where it was. You
Thinks
saw it.
is
I
going
didn't.
to be rewarded.
Nah, I don't know if rewarded is the right term here.
I mean, it's the one thing you know you're going to need, and it's not the place you're going to want to find it.
And down goes Ridley. Our first Ridley kill of the match.
It's only our second boss kill between all 4 of our restreamers. Yikes.
And here goes Nito. He's going to drop down and fight the pig. This is going to be brutal. Master Sword Silver, this is 52 sword spins. Without half magic, that's rough.
Omniflas finds his charge beam. And this is actually a really good position for Nito to be in. Right against the wall to get that double spin in. Oh boy. We're going to see a little bit of a change at the pace that we're currently used to. Migs is setting up for a gravity jump to go into wrecked ship. And he gets it. So technically, we can go over here with more ball bombs. That might be a little bit easier than trying to go for it. And yes, Speed Booster was in Ganon's tower. To this point, Nidoриfic's the only person to get into Ganon's tower, which is he's the only one to have finished Trinex. In addition to that, if it's in Ganon's tower, it means it's not required, and while we already kind of had that idea in mind, yeah. Alright, Migs giving us our first look at the wrecked ship, as Omniflask gives us our second gander in Bubble Mountain. Interesting to see if he goes straight down or not. He's going to find Silver's there in Cathedral. There's our third bottle.
Alright, I'm back. What did I miss?
You missed Phase 1 and 2 of Ganon. And that was Bombos in Firefleas for Iris. That is correct.
Yay.
That one thing we don't need. Nito getting the not-so-subtle hint from Ganon of where he can find silver arrows if he so chooses. To this point, I would imagine he's in this for the long haul.
Yeah, he's not leaving. Thanks for covering me, Zaro. I appreciate that.
Oh, you know I got it. You know I got you. Alright, as we'd like to call it in this community, there is the Ghost of Argus on Mig's screen. Fantoon is 2,500 hit points, and if you hit him with a super missile, he does some very not nice things.
He also goes by the name of the Space Elephant because of the sounds he makes when you shoot him.
I haven't heard that one before.
There's our other male upgrade in jail.
Yeah, Iris goes out of the way to pick that up, yeah.
I mean, she doesn't want to do Green Male Master Sword Ganon any more than anybody else does. It's not exactly an easy thing to do. Silverless Ganon sucks. Like, this is just a terrible fight.
Yeah, it's not the hardest fight if you practice it. It's definitely not comfortable. One wrong move, you can get knocked off by a fire bat. You can get a Ganon hug and it's game over, especially if you're on Green Mail. And 24 sword spins on Master is gross.
I mean, it's 12 spins on Tempered or Gold, so I mean, it's just as bad.
Yeah, it's almost purely a time loss, but getting it out of the way could still be a boon.
I'm saying the hint was probably, did you find the silvers in Norfair? Norfair's got a lot of places it could be.
It says Norfair Upper, so
well, that
basically
narrows
tells
it
you on the
down.
way to either Crocomire Bubble Mountain area.
It's still required. I mean, you can do slashes, but the timing is still difficult. It's much easier to do spins. I don't know if you can do slashes for that or not. It's not 6 spins with Gold Sword, I don't think.
No, because the highest property of damage you get is Sword 4.
There it is!
And let's see a single G.
Single large G's, because that was an amazing fight.
That's a heckin' G, because that's a gutsy fight and a gutsy call to make by Purific.
That's a very, very gutsy call. Now
And
what do you
then-
do?
Where are you going, my friend? Are you going straight to Norfair?
Norfair, probably.
Straight
Nope,
to
lower Norfair.
Mhm.
We were half right.
Omniflash sees supers at Speed Booster and says, "Well, I've got Charge Beam. I don't really need those."
All we need now is Wave Beam to make this that much easier. If we get Wave, I mean, even now, their ammo counts, they're in go mode, I think. Not logically. Where is it logical now? Yeah, I think it's logical.
Yeah, with the Charge Beam and the Can Fly and Backdoor Access Meridia, you're in logical go mode at this point. And Meteorific gonna pull out of the hard book here and do a spring ball jump for us. Boing.
Very well done.
And then Iris is going to give us the same thing at Norfair Reserve. Boing.
Interesting choice to make.
And we'll see a Pillar Spark for clean movement. Bam. This
Beautiful.
room is nothing.
I wish I could do that.
I always tend to bonk the ceiling when I try that. That's why these racers are running and I am on commentary. Now, getting out of Worst Room, you're going to need to use either a spring ball jump, as Nito is going to show us. There's a very, very tight wall jump you can make here. And when I say tight, I mean basically double pixel perfect.
Yeah, it's an extremely difficult jump to make. You can do Morph Ball Bomb jumps in IBJ, but that's also highly difficult because the demons in the wall don't like to be nice. We got a Croc play coming from Iris.
Well, Iris is betting on Croc, and I wonder what we can hope to find down here.
She's gonna charge Ice Wave or charge Ice Plasma him, and he's just gonna go bye bye.
And then be like, nope, 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 nope.
It's like a punch in the face, only it never stops. Well, there we go.
In theory, that was 2 punches in the face. She's
what?
Playing with Crocomeyer's room.
What was that? That was awesome.
I've never.
that was interesting.
That was a thing. So yeah, there's a lot of red rubies, probably missiles, super missiles, arrows, stuff we don't necessarily need to see in a lot of these item locations.
Migs is headed for Kraid. We've already seen Kraid, so we've got Fantoon dead as well for Migs. He's done. I don't think he's going to be making very many more checks. I can't really fathom what else we really need at this point. We don't need Speed Booster.
I mean, at this point, you're just kind of hoping for a movement item or maybe Wave Beam, since we know where Charge is already. Space Jump would make things moving around a little bit easier.
Omniflask using some lava dive techniques to get out of the lava dive there. That was very well done.
Did he do a grab jump?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, it will point out, Iris has not yet checked the surface power bomb. She does not have the ice rod. So that's probably another thing that her and Omniflask are just going to go around looking for. Meg's getting the high Kraid by Kraid.
At least we get to listen to the best music in the game. I say that just as it cuts off for Ridley's music, but, you know. I love me some Lower Norfair music.
So for every super that Nito misses, he doesn't have a charge beam. He'll have to fire 6 missiles into Ridley's, space pelican beak.
I think he nailed all 30.
Yeah. Did he? He sure did.
He sure did.
Extremely clean fight by Nitorific.
He only took 60 damage. I mean, that's... You can't get much better than that.
That's scratch on the paint. That's beautiful. Of course, we know this is just $20, so...
So much for Ridley being your arch nemesis. If you can beat him that easily, you think he'd stop coming back.
Maybe he's like us. He's a glutton for punishment.
To answer a question in chat, yes, Mig's sprite is indeed a Galactic Federation trooper. At first, I thought it might have been a Spartan, like Master Chief, but I was wrong. And Iris is using one of the Super Metroid ROM hacks sprites. I don't know which one. It almost looks like Fusion, kinda, but not quite the same colors.
Alright, we get a charge beam for Migs. That puts him in go mode.
Yeah, he's not. He's probably gonna finish up. Yeah.
and she thought about it. She doubled back and she picked it up for the memes. That is the single, solitary, lonely arrow of destiny.
Some circles call it the middle finger. But
what you do is you just shoot that as soon as you get back to Link to the Past and give it back to the seed because you don't want it.
It's also known as the arrow that killed Ganon. Yes, her timer is amazing. She's using the Ponk timer. And I want it. I'm gonna have to get me that one.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I have no reason to even have it.
No, I have no. I mean, I'd use it every day just because it's so awesome. It's so obnoxious. It just changes so many things all the time.
And some more IBJ action. Iris is going to go up through Croc Escape, and that is all that we need to see in Norfair.
So Miggs is going to backdoor Meridia. He's going to kill Dragon. He's going to come back out. He's going to mirror. He's going to flute to Mire. He's going to go into lower Norfair, kill Ridley, and be done.
Actually, a pretty smooth set of routing.
Using the in-game portals is definitely a huge time save. Because you can just backdoor Meridia like this, it significantly cuts down on the traversal time.
And just more money behind Batwoon here.
And actually, I think with Charge Beam, you can actually kill Batwoon from his far... Well, we don't have Wave Beam. Never mind.
Yeah, without Wave Beam, you can't shoot through that little barrier that doesn't break down until Batwoon is dead. Otherwise, I'd say, hell yeah.
Yeah, I brain farted. It happens. A lot.
Now we see Iris's timer is counting down.
And sideways.
Time is running out.
This is the best timer in the world. I don't care. I love that timer.
Okay. So, Miggs is going to give us a Dragon fight that he's going to have to do ammo and Charge Beam only.
Yeah, we don't have any special ways of killing her today. That's amazing.
And you have to think almost Nito is going to check the front of Meridia because he has a speed booster with which to do so.
And he's probably not going to find anything too terribly useful.
Iris opting to give Kraid a taste of plasma instead of the quick kill opportunity. To answer chat, Morph Ball today was the bottom chest in Turtle Rock's laser bridge. And if you'd like us to go over that logic chain, I don't think we have enough time.
I don't even want to, so no. You can just watch the VOD, because I'm not going through that nonsense again.
Yeah, this was a seed, everybody. It was a bona fide mess. Yeah, Miggs did not finish Turtle Rock because of the location of that Morph Ball and the location of the Ice Rod. It is at the landing site power bombs above Samus's ship.
Oh, Miggs almost getting the gravity jump on the first try.
And yeah, Nitorific to this point is the only runner that has finished Link to the Past on our restream. There are 11 other runners that are not on our channel today. Nobody's done yet, and won't point out who, but we have one forfeit at this point with the comment, "They told you not to do it, Tess." And I can be said, big love to Ms. Metroid helping us set up today. I believe I pointed out the words right after she told the bot to roll a seed. Tess, no!
Yeah. People are going to stop asking her to roll seeds at some point. She keeps doing this kind of nonsense.
She's probably sitting in her chair, laughing like an evil genius right now. Alright, we got a, not a quick kill from Nitorific, but Crate down nonetheless. Hey, look at that space jump location.
Oh my goodness, that is a terrible place for space jump. That means that's not logically required to finish the game either.
No, that means the can fly we were looking for were those Morph Ball bombs, and that guarantees that they were the logically required item to get the Ice Rod.
That's disgusting. That's like the worst item to have for can fly, too. Space jump on Main Street missiles, which means his speed booster was in the right side of Ganon's tower. This is disgusting. This seed is brutal.
Here's your X-ray scope. After she hasn't even gone... She hasn't gone to Dragon yet, so that'll
Yeah,
save
that's
Iris a little bit of
great.
time, actually.
That means you can microwave or see a microwave stream. I didn't actually expect to see that this game. So she's gonna be able to do it both to Fantoon and to Dragon. So that's gonna significantly speed up her final 2 boss kills. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, she will probably kill Fantoon, leave wrecked ship, and go kill Mother Brain.
Sounds like the play. Actually, it's usually what the that's how your GT Classic finishes out.
Okay, Nito is out of Norfair, and he is now fluting to 7? 4.
Let's go into 4 because he's going to chase that shovel. No. Oh, he's going back door to Dragon?
Why would you go this way? Going to 4 and going south would have been faster, I think.
Maybe.
I don't know. I mean, he knows better than I do.
So.
No, he's going to Catfish?
Anyway, new checks on the screen for Iris as she stops into Yellow Meridia. Watering Hole has 2 items for us. Neither of them are named Ice Rod.
Oh, that's what he's doing. He's using the portal. That makes sense. Okay.
Is this faster?
Probably with Pegasus boots. Because it takes you right here. Rather than having to... Because there's no solid ground between Swamp Palace and there. You have to swim. So that probably is significantly faster.
Omniflas done with Lower Norfair, and we've already seen him clear out most of the Upper Norfair Bubble Mountain area. So he's probably thinking Meridia next as well.
And I'd like to welcome our fellow raiders from Speed Gaming main channel. Welcome to the Super Metroid Link to the Past Combo Randomizer weekly race, where for just 40 minutes of this race, we have had our Morph Ball.
Yeah, it's been a journey, that's for sure. We had a Morph Ball come in very late in our 7th Crystal Dungeon. We've had a mirror show on Aghanim Ledge. We had a
blind pedestal pull for a sword.
Pedestal pull. It's been a crazy ride. It's been one of those scenes that you love to watch and don't wish anyone ever has to play.
This is definitely one of the ones I would not want to play, for sure.
Omniflas is going to pay Crocomire a visit. No, he's not. He just took the energy refill.
He's got Ridley dead too, so we can mark that on the tracker.
And so does Migs Will in a few short moments here as he's making his way down there. We see a microwave Batoon.
Dead Snake.
And we didn't talk about it. The room before, Iris actually performed a Metroid ice clip, not having that speed booster. That's not in logic on normal, but it's absolutely within the realm of our runner's skill sets here. Nito is going to
for sure.
She did both, actually.
I have no idea. I wasn't watching.
Yeah, she did a snail clip and checked. I didn't even look at those items. And then she did the Metroid clip to get, because otherwise you can't get to Batoon without the speed booster. At this point, this whole video is probably going to be a highlight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, GG's to Sanders. He's saying in chat he's forfeit the seed. It's one of those, folks. If you're playing it, it's just oof.
Yep, there's Solsky. He's our first place finisher overall tonight. GG's to you, Solsky.
Alright, that leaves just Fantoon for Nitorific. Yeah, Miggs is gonna just pump 30 super missiles into Ridley and call it good.
And why not? You're here. It's the fastest way out of here.
Microwave shrimp from Iris, just short of the kill.
I always manage to screw this up somehow. It always takes me twice to microwave her. I don't know why.
Yeah, unfortunately, when you are caught up in one of the goops like that, you cannot damage Dragon with a beam. Or I don't think you can hit her at all, actually.
I learn something new every day. And Miggs is done with Ridley.
Alright, done with Ridley, done with Dragon for Iris. The reset to the top of the ship for Nidorific. He's going to go in, get Fantoon, and get out.
Yep, he's very close to being done. He's a little light on ammo, but I think with that missile count, he should be fine to take down Mother Brain.
Alrighty. Gonna see a moat skip with the speed booster.
That's one of the few attacks I'm actually pretty decent at. That, and for some reason I'm really good at doing IBJs. I don't know why. Nito, I don't think you wanted to go up.
Is he declaring himself in go mode here? Did he pick up Charge Beam in Norfair or no?
I don't think so.
Huh. I mean, that in theory, that is enough ammo to finish the game.
It's gonna be tight.
Yeah.
So he would need 75 regular missiles on top of 75? No.
It's 3 missiles to every
3,
super.
so it would be 25 missiles times 3. Yeah, no, it'd be 75. I was right. 75 missiles for the supers.
Yeah, without a charge or wave beam, though, we're not seeing an ice sabotage skip from Nito, so he'll have to do either a speed skip or kill them
Or do it the hard way.
Yeah. We've already seen him make the gutsy call to go ahead and do Ganon with Master Sword Silverless, so I would imagine this isn't outside the realm of his skill set either.
Oh yeah, probably not. And it's everybody's favorite Space Ghost. I say favorite loosely because, he's RNG incarnate.
Hey, this isn't a talk show. There's our wave beam for Iris.
Wave beam in the right sand pit. Yeah, right.
So that's full beam combo for Iris. It's 900 in a fully charged shot. It's going to make a very quick and easy Mother Brain fight later on.
Problem is, she still has no idea where Ice Beam or Ice Rod is.
Yeah,
and that's
so
the one item she needs right now.
She's going to be checking everything. You see her going up to Plasma here.
Meanwhile, Miggs has made it out of Lower Norfair and is now in Upper Norfair.
And the first thing he's going to look at is Cathedral. He'll be happy to see Silvers waiting for them.
I think he's going to check. He may not even check it, but he probably will check it just because he's going to be right here. And then he's going to go right past it.
Oh, I would imagine he picks it up. It's a good time save on Ganon.
And I think that he's going to be leaving Super Metroid, or he's going to go kill Mother Brain, one of the two. He might go out the business center and go finish the Link to the Past. Because then he can reset to the ship and go straight to Mother Brain from there. So that might be his plan.
So you see Omniflask getting the save before he checks out Sandpits. Is he going to shop for the item, or is he going to go... Oh, he's going for the snail flip. Full stop.
Not a bad decision. When you're looking for one item, you want to check everything you can. It gets it first try. Very nicely done. Not in logic, of course, but we do know that it is in logic because of Speed Booster. And Nito's heading for Mother Brain, so he's done. He's DUN done.
There's the mean beam.
There's the other beam. So both sand pits had a beam. That's interesting. Nito doesn't have a lot of wiggle room for this fight, but he does have a little bit, so it shouldn't be too terrible.
And a reset from Omniflask not liking what he sees at the left sand pit location.
I mean, would you?
No.
Non-charged shots do not hurt Mother Brain. They have to be charged shots or missiles or super missiles. That's it. You need the equivalent of 60 super missiles to kill Mother Brain. So either 60 supers or, you know, in this case, 60 or 30, 35 supers and 75 regular missiles, assuming you don't miss any of them.
We see our tracker Razorflame reminding us that this game is not exactly new. I'm gonna say a shout-outs to shout-outs to Total and the dev team finding a way to mash these two very classic Super Nintendo titles together. And
some would argue the best two Super Nintendo titles.
Making one hell of a mess. I mean, fun time.
Oh, it's definitely suffering, for sure. Especially a seed like this. This is like seeds that you can have in your nightmares.
Yeah, if you were alive in the 90s and you thought, hey, one of these days this title from 91 and this other one from 94 are going to be played together over this network of computers, and we're going to be able to scramble all the items between the two games, I think someone would have looked at you and said, go admit yourself into a mental ward.
Yeah, it's like, you need to take your pills, bro.
Alright, we see Miggs. He's done. He's going through Turtle Rock.
He's got tempered and silvers, so his Ganon fight is going to be significantly easier.
I gotta say it again, we missed it. Omniflask gave us another Metroid Ice Clip.
I watched this one, actually. That was actually well done. Took him a little bit of time to set it up, but he did it. I mean, that's more than I can say for me. I can't do that.
Yeah, and I'm going to concur with chat. These are probably two of the carts that I have spent the most hours on my Super Nintendo growing up. And Super Metroid actually was the first game that I ever beat, like all time, in terms of video games in general.
Link to the Past is the first Zelda I beat, but I think. Because I played a lot of Zelda 1 on my Nintendo, but the Super Nintendo, Link to the Past was like the only game I had.
Okay. Nitorific's going to take an energy refill, and probably... He knows speed zap skip, right?
He knows how to short charge, so I'm going to say yes.
So this will be just, well, okay, super it is. Miggs going into his fight with Trinex on 1.5 hearts.
And still in green mail.
Although with Tempered Sword a little bit easier of a tilt. You sullied the floor, you ice head.
Whoo! Whoo! That was close.
And we see the speed zap skip, so Nitorific's got plenty of wiggle room here, I would think.
And Miggs handily destroying Trinex without even taking a single hit. That's impressive.
Yeah, well done. A clean fight is always beautiful to see.
Callus, your nightmare pun is not lost on me. Considering the whole game was a nightmare.
And anyone up for some more microwave shrimp? Because there you go. Mig's stopping in to Ganon's tower to look for that key. Now, Nidorific needs to be a little bit careful here. The ammo situation is tight. Missing a super could be it. Let's find out.
That's it. Yeah, he missed.
That is a big oof.
No, he didn't even save while he was down there. That's rude. That's really rough.
Alright, so we are going to see Nido make a couple little hedge plays to see if he can find a teensy bit more ammo to make that fight that much easier.
He's not going to find it back here, I don't think. I think there's supers in the first part, but I don't think there's anything else up here.
So we had a total of 15 runners in this race today. We had 1 forfeit, and there are 3 people currently done in the background that are not on our restream.
Forfeits.
Yes, 2 forfeits, sorry.
And Miggs is about to find his big key and his speed booster.
And yeah, not paying out for Nito to go through Gauntlet, so we'll see what he decides to do next. Or is he just going straight back for it?
I think he's just going to go for it again. Yup.
Alright, Mig's gonna go through the Ganon's tower climb. Tempered Sword makes this a little bit easier.
Silver Arrows helps too.
Oh yeah, especially in this room and the following room. Yeah, but squeaky clean execution on the silvers. So, a wave beam for Omniflas, and Iris is still looking for her Ice Rod.
And Omniflas is on his way out. He's going to be heading towards Fantoon to finish up this section of the game. Did he not clear Skull Woods?
I do not remember. It's been that long that I just legit do not remember. So there's some discussion in chat that Gauntlet Shield is one that we, one of a couple that we've seen. I think the other one was at PBs of Shame in Lower Norfair.
Yes, I think so.
So we have seen 2 shields. We don't know where our 3rd shield is, and we don't want to know.
I have a feeling with the Ice Rod hunt that our runners are on, somebody's going to find it.
Well, it could also be in GT, also. And actually, if you think, no?
I don't think they're considered logical. Or they're
the only way
logic.
that the Miracle would be logical is if you don't have any safety for Laser Bridge.
Yes. Shields to most runners are just lag.
Okay, Iris will go ahead and scout this wrecked ship E-tank item. Or reserve tank, rather. Without the speed booster to get it, I don't even know why you spend the time. Unless you're thinking this has to be your ice rod, and it's just 10 arrows.
God, that would be awful if it was.
You're thinking in your head, could this be it? Where's our speed booster? Speed booster required. So Nito's going to be a little bit safer here. He's going to take out the Zepatites, and then break the glass of Mother Brain's tube and go back for a refill.
Yeah, he's going to have to. It's not a bad decision to make, really. You're not worried about health, so... I like how they add that, though, because most games, you get into the last boss's room, you can't leave.
Right, glass broken, he'll double back, and have plenty of ammunition for the fight now.
Iris is going for missiles in the sky with an IBJ.
And just E-tank in the sky. Yeah, don't need that.
Nope, not anymore. All but Fantoon are dead. No, wait, she's obviously got Fantoon dead. All bosses are dead, so you don't really need energy tanks, and Mother Brain is arguably one of the easier boss fights in the game. So I was like, no, Fantoon's not dead yet, and I was like, wait a minute, she's in wrecked ship, it has to be. So what am I saying? Oh, Miggs is going for the Hover Troll Dorm 2 skip, and he gets it! Wow! Hover strats. Very nicely
Hover
done.
strats on a weekly community race. You love to see it.
Hey man, if you can do it, you want to flex that as often as you can. First person I ever saw hover was Solsky, so I was pretty impressed with that.
What, last night's race?
Oh no, a long time ago. He was back when I first started watching this. I saw him do it. I was like, "How do you do that?" And then I saw it, looked up, tried to do it. I was like, "Yeah, that's not happening."
Mm-hmm.
There's no way I'm learning that.
There was a race when I had started watching VODs for the Link to the Past Randomizer League, a week 1 race between Andy and Solsky, and the commentators had it right. Andy will hover because it's his brand. And then Solsky, well, he'll hover too because it's Andy's brand.
Yeah, Solsky's definitely a spirited runner to watch for sure.
Yeah, the community is full of all kinds of fantastic people. We saw the high jump into gravity, so maybe skipping the conversation for Iris, but still no ice rod. She's got to be coming up on checking this up here, right?
I sure hope so. Come on, Nito. You can't miss too many times.
In chat, Nito on second place pace. Unfortunately, we have 3 runners done that are not on our restream to this point.
I think he's got her this time.
Oh, he sure does. That is cutscene mode.
And here goes Iris. She's about to hit go mode.
Migs, be careful, please.
Quarter heart. Come on now.
I mean, he's done it on. He's done Trinex on a heart and a half.
Okay, come on now.
Oh no.
If you Iris is not happy with that ice rod location. She just emptied her supers into that pedestal. I think she's gonna finish Mother Brain before she leaves. I mean, why not? Oh, absolutely valid rage. Doing that rage there and rage for where the morph ball was are absolutely understandable for this garbage. This is a burning hot dumpster fire of a seed.
I don't even have anything to add to that.
I mean, there's nothing nice to say about it. It was trash from the beginning to the end.
Hey, there is one thing we can say about it. It's allowed these runners to give us a fantastic show.
That is true. We got to see all sorts of shenanigans.
late to the seed, Laser Bridge bottom chest had a morph ball. And to get to Laser Bridge, you had to get
Everything.
your boots on Ether Tablet, to get your mirror off Lumberjack Ledge, to get your Cane of Samaria out of Swamp Palace, which also had Varia. I'm not even going any further than that. That is that kind of a seed. It's been that kind of a day.
Oh, yeah, actually, I did find the silvers. Here, have one.
One? You know, they're on sale today. Have 4.
You buy one, get one free.
Double setup. That's a double executed, and that is again and down. Let's see some single G's in chat.
Single G's in chat for Migs, who's taking down the big pig.
Yeah, Iris, right on the heels of Nitorific and Mother Brain. She hasn't finished Turtle Rock to this point, but that's not going to be too tall an ask.
Not at all.
Nito going through the escape sequence, he'll have a speed booster to make this a little faster.
It definitely helps with speeding up this, for sure.
And Iris done with the Metroid rooms, she will be visiting her adopted child.
I want to say, I don't know about that. There's still a Metroid left.
Don't tell anybody, it's a spoiler.
Speed booster up the escape shaft. Very well done. I love being able to do that. That's totally cool.
Alright.
Does he save the animals?
No.
Oh, I was like, oh, he's about to. Oh.
He's playing with us. But yeah, everybody, let's get some GGs in chat. Nitorific will finish first on our restream with an official SRL time of 3 hours, 16 minutes, 57 seconds.
That is good for 4th place overall. First place was Solsky at 250.33. Second place was Asher at 256.22. Third place was Maniacal at 305.53. And we are joined by Nito. GG's.
GG.
So, thoughts?
Well, you're probably wondering why I didn't figure out I was low on ammo. For some reason, because I'm a math genius, I thought I only needed 60 missiles and 30 supers, but no, it's 90 missiles and 30 supers, and yep.
It's alright, we did bad math here too. But, any other thoughts about the rest of it?
Well, Go Mode Super Met. Kinda upset I didn't pull the ped. Would have saved me some time against Ganon, probably.
Yeah, for sure. I take it you know what's there.
Yeah, it's a sword upgrade.
Did you do a pet check?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Biggs blind pulled it and got himself a sword.
And everyone has charge but me.
Yes, charge beam was in high jump.
Oh, jeez.
And Omniflash has wave beam as well, which was in the right-sided sand pit.
I would have never, ever went there a million years.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
So I have one question.
Sure.
What caused you to just go ahead and finish up Link to the Past as soon as you found the Ice Rod? Were you just that confident to get it out of the way?
Well, I was in Go.
Yeah.
I thought I was in Ammo Go mode too, and I was technically. I just needed to resupply at the missile refill after killing and damaging the Red One. I kept checking for extra super packs to be more comfortable. I found a couple. Wasn't enough, unfortunately, but no, I wasn't Go mode. I just went to finish.
all in all, that was something. I'll say that much.
It's quite possibly one of the latest morph balls I've ever seen.
Well, if you didn't get trolled by ice pellets.
Which everybody fell for.
We had the flippers, we had the good shot, there was a gain locked, it's a fire rod. I just screamed, ice pellets, go there.
Yeah, and it was a complete and utter dud. You also missed another sword in Super Metroid. I forget where it was though.
The only checks I made in Super Metroid were high jumping tank for the hammer, and when I got screw attack, I figured maybe it's a Green Star on the brain. The checks I made. That's it. When I came back to Super Metroid, I was in Roma. I checked at both places, hoping to find charge on the Super back. Just kept going.
I mean, you did well. Your execution was quite good today.
Thanks. I died you cold there, but other than that,
I think everybody did.
Yeah, fighting Cold Stare on green mail with only either a fighter or a master sword, depending on how early you dipped it. That is not an easy ask by any means.
Not at all.
I was shocked to be reminded that the filing icicles do 2 hearts of damage with just 1.
Oh yeah, and the puffs do 4 hearts of damage for a hug on green mail. So
That I knew, but I saw the icicle follow me. I'm like, I got 2 hearts. Who cares? Oh, oh.
oops. That's probably a lesson you're not going to soon forget.
No, I will remember that for the next time.
So, as is customary for me to ask every racer I interview here, what was your least favorite and most favorite part of the seed, if there was?
Well, it almost was an egg up head seed. Other than that, another second to last morph ball go mode. I've had a few in the. I never had morph ball go mode, but I've had 4 up to now. Second to last morph mode.
It was pretty gross. That's, I think, quite possibly. I would really love to see a morph ball go mode. That would be hilarious. But this is the closest I've ever seen. So that's not. I don't think I'd ever want to see that now. Seeing this, I don't want to see it.
Yeah, let's hope we never have to see that.
I mean, for the first 2 hours, you almost forgot you were playing a combo randomizer because nobody was leaving Link to the Past.
I check alpha games too. I don't know if you have. I know ice is enough to check it, but do you need also high jump boots? Never remember.
I don't actually know. I don't need it, but I mean that doesn't mean that the logic doesn't require you to do it.
Iris with no speed booster. There was the other chest.
Iris hasn't been to Ganon's Tower yet.
Oh, you're right. That's why pirates are there. There's no countdown.
She's on her way there now, though. Was that a mishit, or is she looking for something? Oh, dead rocked. Right in the middle of the road. Alright, and down goes the baby Metroid for Miggs, and now he's gonna pump his rainbow beam into the brain of Mother Brain. Well, Omniflash is still looking for his ice rod. He's gonna be on that hunt for a while. I mean, it's in a really convenient location if you remember to check it. However, the location of the space jump behind Speed Booster means that the Morph Ball bombs were the required and the only logical can fly.
Yeah, that's right. Because Speedbooster was in Dennis Tower.
Indeed. And Space Jump was in Main Street Missiles. Which is disgusting.
That cold stare of death comes to lock like 4 minutes more. Plus, well, a little blunder at the Mama Brain.
It happens. The stream's frozen just from a little bit of either dropped frames or lag. It happens.
Yeah, so Iris is going to be able to just go straight through here and straight to the boss. She got the key as well.
Will Mig save the animals? I'm gonna say no.
I mean, community fun times or not, it's still a race.
But you gotta make fusion cannon. Come on now, you know?
I think that's an incentive not to save them.
Alright, GG's in chat for Migs, who finishes in 7th place overall, second on the restream with an official SRL time of 3:26.27. Beating him out would have been Blandation in 5th place at 3:22.13, and Zempt at 3:23.19. GG's. We'll see if we can get Migs in here for an interview. Maybe.
I'm Omniflas. He's going to X-Ray, I think.
Maybe he's not comfortable doing IBJs.
I mean, I wouldn't blame him.
I mean, they're not the hardest thing to do, but they're not terribly easy either. It's just a matter of rhythm, really.
The Iris still only on Master Sword. She is going to opt for some hammer strats here on Trinex.
I'm not sure what that pause buffering was for, but I don't think it worked. Man, that ice head's really making a mess of the floor.
That's why I switched to it immediately after the first few hits.
Yeah, I noticed, and that was a very heads-up play on your part.
Oh, getting a spike bounce into the back of Trinex. Now we got half the room is icy.
And ice physics suck.
They're in every video game.
Yeah, that's people love making that kind of suffering. Ho!
Alright, she's got the two main heads down. Now it's just Trinex himself.
One hit and she's going down though, so she gotta be careful here. Very well done. And we are joined by Migs in the booth. GG Migs.
Hello, GG.
GG
So,
Migs.
thoughts?
Never again, please.
I think we can consensus agree that's probably one of the latest morph seeds we have seen.
Yeah, that was pretty rough. I was really hoping that it was going to be somewhere like Pink Brand, like as I was getting later and later into ALTTP, because I'm like, if that's the case, then somebody probably would have gone there really early, and I'm in like a really good position, especially after finding that ice rod, of course. So it's like, man, if that warp ball was in pink red or something, I would have been in such a...
So, Migs, what made you go ahead and blind pull the pedestal?
It was a full gamble at that point. I'm like, everything that I've gathered up until this point, logically this puts Morph Ball on Pet, just like I said before the race. I'm like, this could be it. This could be the big brain play. And I'm like, forget it. Let's just, I'm already 2 pendants deep at this point. Going for another one. Let's go.
How disappointed were you when you realized it wasn't the Morph Ball?
You know, I mean, it was disappointing, of course, but it was just like, okay, well, that's not it. So how much further are we going before we find it? And I'm thinking, you know, everything that logic kind of pointed at that point, you know, at that specific time was like, well, they're really, I mean, it's not like it was early. If it was early, I probably would have found it probably already. So I'm like, it's not, it wasn't too disappointing, but at the same time, I'm like, oh yeah, I got another sword, so maybe other people aren't going to find a sword.
And if you were running out of hype for what happens in this seed, Omniflask is going to give us a look at Shack Tool.
Oh god.
So the question I wanted to ask you, Migs, was what made you not use the Ice Beam to get the Moon Pearl? You decided to use 4 energy tanks worth of damage boosts to try to get it.
Yeah, I totally forgot. Like, I don't know why I forgot, because I even turned it off to go down the shaft, and I have no idea. And I was even thinking, like, how is this in logic at this point? Because I last locationed it, and I'm like, this doesn't make sense. How is this in logic? And then I'm like, oh, that's right. I have Ice Beam, and I'm like, oh wow, I'm really dumb. I could have done that differently.
We were just assuming that you were doing it out of spite.
No, I wish that was the case. It would have felt better that way.
I also have another question that our tracker Razor Flamecoon wants to know. Why did you waste so much time on the Mimic Clip in Pod?
Well, I had gotten it early, and I ended up screwing it up to where he got out of the wall. So it was about to work, and then I somehow moved him out of the wall, which is unfortunate. And I know how to do that as quick as possible, but it's just, for some reason my thumb wasn't getting it right. And then, like, the way, in order to do that, you kind of have to, like, brush your thumb against the D-pad pretty, like, rapidly, and my thumb was starting to hurt after a while, and I'm like, all right, forget it. I'll just give it up, and if it's nothing, I'll come back to it later.
Iris is not happy with that speed booster location. Not at all. Not at all happy.
Where was the bow? I forgot.
The bow was Waterfall Theory?
Was it Waterfall
Yeah.
Theory?
Yeah, it was in Waterfall.
And the back of Pod was key lock, bow lock, because there were 2 keys on the right side, I think.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
you would, without bow, you would have needed to maybe get the book.
Yeah, I did spend a little bit too much time on it. I knew I could get it, and it just, I got so flustered at that point. But I was also dropping a whole bunch of frames. I'm sure the restream saw that, and that was kind of getting to me a little bit. And there's just a couple things that kind of added up to that little bit of frustration and tiltedness at that point, and not able to perform the trick at that point.
This whole seed can be labeled as frustration.
Agreed, yes.
Hash should just be the word frustration.
Yeah, no kidding. This seed is this is brutal. Like, just completely finish one game so you can completely finish the other is just obnoxious.
Yeah, I think that was the first time I've ever run into it where it was the opposite way that it went. Because usually it's, you know, you get the Morph Ball nice and early, and you get all this stuff in Super Metroid, and you just 100%ing that game basically, and then finally going back and cleaning up an ALTTP, but this time completely the opposite.
I mean, I'm just looking at the the log time for at the end of your mission screens here is 2 hours and 40 minutes in Link to the Past and 42 minutes in Super Metroid. Like, obviously we know where the majority of our time was spent.
Right.
It's just a ridiculous amount of time. And it's not like you guys were really starved for items. You guys had lots of goodies and lots of places to check from an early point, and just it led everywhere.
Yeah, I was really surprised at the variety of checks that were available on a kind of a regular basis. I mean, you'd run into something progressional, and that would open up a whole bunch more, and you were never really like last locationing, other than like Bloom Pearl, for example. Probably most people last location that I'm assuming, but you know, it's like after that, it was just everything was kind of just open on the ALTTP side. You know, it's just there's everything, and then you know, it just kept leading more and more and more, and that's why, again, I was like, PED is totally in logic, and everything that I've gathered up until this point, like the lamp being in Misery Mire and getting that early, I'm like, this has got to be it. There's got to be something on the PED, but it didn't pan out.
I'm not sure what else to say. Nito, your Silverless Ganon fight was very well done.
I'm glad I had just enough magic for it.
Yeah, you were towing the line, but you managed to pull it out.
If I had killed Helmo and pulled that, I would have saved some time.
I don't honestly remember where the fourth sword was. I know it was on a Chozo statue or a Chorizo statue, whatever you want to call it. But I don't remember where.
Oh, Vanilla Bombs, maybe?
Could have been. I don't recall.
I even remember making a remark about it, and I still don't remember where it was.
It was shortly after we gained access to Super Metroid. I don't remember where, though.
Oh, maybe even Blueprint or something.
The sword we found in Super Metroid is what we're asking about. See, the commentators and trackers do not remember where it was. That's how much of a seed this was.
Was it below charge beam?
So.
It was on a Chozo statue. Could have been Mission Impossible?
It could have been Mission Impossible, could have been Spore Spawn. I know one of those items in Brinstar was also a male. And they were found pretty close.
I think it was Mission Impossible.
Well, you told me Charge Beam was at High Jump, so maybe the other sword was there.
No, it wasn't close to this Charge Beam, I don't think. Because, I mean, Omniflask got it shortly after entering Super Metroid. With the Morph Ball, so...
Chat letting us know that Mission Impossible is one of our shields, and we had a male at Spore Spawn Supers, so... Yeah, I don't know.
I have no idea. Omni's about to get the bad news that Ice Rod's not here.
Ice Rod location was just amazing. I was like, the very first item I check, going back into the game, I'm like, okay, well, go mode, goodbye. Like, at that point, I didn't have charge yet, so I'm like, okay, well, I still need ammo a little bit at least to be able to beat the game, but that's it. Like, wow.
I resisted the urge to start with Ridley and do RBO because I thought about it. I was like, last time I was in a race and Asder was there and we had second to last Go Mode Morph Ball. The Go Mode item was in Brinstar. So I'm not going to do the same mistake of starting with Lower North here. I'm going to do Bryn Loop. Let's check PB, land inside PBs. Oh, hey, Go Mode.
That Ice Beam location is just mean because you got the last chest of Laser Bridge, which is you're hoping for the Ice Rod. And it's like Morph Ball. You're like, really? And then you get your Morph Ball, and the first check you make in Super Metroid is like Ice Pod. You're like, God, you know what, game? You know what? You're just mean.
That's not a location I'd like to find my Go -1 item, because the landing site power bombs, quite literally, it's going to be the first thing you check. Or potentially the last.
Yeah. In this case, we know who checked it first and know who checked it last. Because Omniflask is making another dip into Ice Palace to look for his Ice Rod when he was close to it earlier.
I almost did not save at the ship. I'm super glad I did.
Yeah, that was a really good decision.
Would have had to redo Fantune otherwise. Yeah, I miscounted my ammo against Mother Brain. I had to reset.
The second time you made sure. You were like, I'm just going to go back and refill.
Yeah, I thought, how much health does Mother Brain 1 have? I thought I would have enough. She takes quite a beating.
That's a question for the Super Metroid crowd. I have no idea how much health. I know she has 18,000 health total? Question mark?
MB2 is 18,000 and MB3 is 40,000.
Should be one.
MB1 I don't remember. You would think that I would, because I'm supposed to be a Super Metroid person.
I think MB1 is around 6 or 8,000 or something like that. I don't remember.
Iris is doing an exceptional job with Master Sword spins for Ganon. And it's not an easy thing to do. Omni found half magic. I don't know where.
Yeah. Okay, we're being told it was behind Early Super's Reserve and Brinstar.
Oh my god.
What is
All
the
right.
seed, though?
Get your GGs in chat for Iris. All she has to do is walk across the 1x3 bridge and she will have claimed victory over this garbage seed. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Iris Isotheus finishes in 3rd place on the restream and 9th place overall with a Fisher SRL time of 3:41.37. Oof. This is one of those seeds that makes you not want to come back for the next week.
This is one of the scenes that makes you not want to play hard mode ever.
Hard mode is usually much nicer than that.
Some say hard mode is easier. Easier in terms of it keeps things less crazy.
The last 3 hard mode seeds I played, the hardest trick required, I think, was alcohol.
And that's like the one trick I can't do, so that's why I don't play hard mode.
I mean, occasionally you'll get Soupless Meridia. Hell runs are not hard, they're just annoying.
Suitless Meridia would... I don't know if I'd want to do that. I mean, I probably could, but I don't want to.
It's kind of like doing the dishes or your chores. You can do it, you just don't want to.
And we're joined by Iris. GG's, Iris.
GG's everyone in here. There's a bunch of people actually. I did not look at the SRA room.
So, how about some of those item locations?
Well, Ice Rod.
You were also relatively pleased at the speed booster location.
Well, that speed booster was just there, like... I wish I would know where it was before, or Dungeon's Tower before, so I would like... I don't know. Would have eliminated a bunch of stuff. The rest, me, I guess. I mean, can you really be mad at something on Lazar Bridge? Like, can you? No, I think it's not that bad, it's just... We knew it from the moment Miss Metroid rolled the seed, didn't we?
Yeah.
There it is!
There it is. There it is. That's the truth. Everybody's
Shots fired.
Wow.
I'm only surprised that, not that
I
there
mean-
was something on Laser Bridge, but that Laser Bridge was not a pendant.
Pretty much everyone called it before the race even started, so, well...
I am just as guilty of that too. I said I'm hoping we don't see an Naga seed, and first person to make a Naga lumberjack check, and I was like, God, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah. I so forgot that I was there, like, hey, I got him access. I completely forgot that for a long time. Like, I don't care about the lamp anyway, so I should have gone there much earlier.
Do you guys?
I don't really know.
Go ahead.
Did other people find swords or things like that?
Yes, one sword was on the pedestal, and the
Oh,
other one was in Mission Impossible.
of course.
Yeah, they were both in pretty rude locations.
As really that close on the pedestal plate is there, like, the seed is gonna be garbage, so I'm just gonna go to pedestal or something. Okay, it was a sword, that would have helped, but not the goal.
Do I have any final thoughts from you guys before we close things up for the evening?
I am tired. This kind of seed is tiring.
It's
Fun, but
it's tiring for us too.
yeah.
It's
I hope
exhausting.
chat appreciated it though.
Always
Always think that when you have a bad time with a seed or something, the chat is happy about it. All the time.
I mean, that's why you guys volunteer to be restreamed, right? Because you want chat to be happy.
Exactly.
I did not think it would make the chat that happy, but yeah.
The chat loves to see you guys suffer.
Yeah, but maybe it was a bit too much happiness for this time.
Well, yeah, I was just gonna say thank you guys for commentating, of course, and the tracker, and everybody for watching, and then Speed Gaming, of course, for putting it on. Appreciate the
For chat, I had morph ball bombs when I went through some of the game. They were available somewhere, I just don't remember where.
Morph ball bombs were on the right side of desert, and they were the only logically available can fly.
Yeah.
It's gross. Just gross.
Yeah.
I
So
got
this
nothing
is-
else. I got nothing else to say. This seed is just disgusting.
Yeah, this is one you want to watch, but you don't want to play, that's for sure. But thanks to our restreamers for putting on a fantastic run. Give all these 4 people a follow. Iris Asaltheus, Nidorific, Migs, and Omniflas. The entire way showing us what you don't want to see when you roll a Super Metroid and Zelda 3 combo seed. So thanks to the 3 of you for coming in for an interview. Really love to hear the voices and get your thoughts after. I would call this a glorious mess.
I believe burning hot dumpster fire was a good one too.
All right, but we are nearing the end of our block, so again, I'll invite y'all to give these 4 a follow. Say a big thank you to Semper Firedog for having me, because this is his turf.
Yeah, I don't want to be here anymore. These runners, they see me and they know it's cursed. They know it's a cursed seed. Miss Metroid rolls it and I calm it, it's gotta be bad. It's gonna be bad.
If you liked what this had to give for us, tune in to Speed Gaming 1 at 8:10 tonight, as you'll see Azure and Dragon Dark face off in their round of 8 match. Or if you'd like to keep it here and get a little variety, at 8:15 we'll have the Final Fantasy 1 Spring Tournament.
That ought to be interesting.
Because, randomizers for everybody.
And with that, guys, I think we're gonna call it for us. I'm Semper Firedog, and my co-commentator is Zaruvian. I want to make sure I get it right, but I call you Zaru because it's easier. I hope to see you guys next mission, because next week is going to be a good time. It's going to be the hard 2v2 multi-world weekly. That's going to be an exciting time, and I will be here for that. So I can't wait. Have a good night, guys.